Welcome to my Ultimate Beginner's Guide and DC Worlds Collide. I want to do some kind of funny, hey, hop in video. I'm exhausted. This thing took me hours to make, so let's just hop into the video.
There is a difference between you and me. We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.
Hi guys, I'm Gravity here, and this is a DC Worlds Collide Ultimate Beginner's Guide, giving it a different intro this time because I have spent the last 2 days recording different videos. You can see it on stream. You can see all the pieces and the behind the scenes madness of me trying to get this together and put it together on like the stream videos that are still on demand on my channel. However, this is the end result of me like editing everything together. And because of the global release of the game on July 7th, and because I'm doing this beginner's guide, and because yes, I want more subscribers, let's just be real about it, I am doing a giveaway. Now this giveaway does not require that you be a subscriber, albeit I would like for you to subscribe. Please subscribe and like. Please. But if you don't like it, you hit subscribe and hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. Now, what I'm doing as this giveaway is, it's not going to be easy. Well, it's kind of easy. Hopefully it's fun. Is that I'm going to give away a riddle. I'm going to do the first riddle here in this video. The next 4 riddles I'm going to have to do as YouTube shorts. The reason for that, I don't even like really doing YouTube shorts. Let's just be real about it. But the reason for that is that I have another like 20 videos that I have to edit and release. However, this video and the news video are going to come out before those. And I'm going to try to cycle in the riddles in some way so that over the course of the next month, you will get them on YouTube shorts. Okay. So what's going to happen is you kind of have to subscribe. Hit the notification bell, then you'll get the notification of when a YouTube short is up. Put your comment below of the answer to the riddle. Now, every time you answer, there's going to be 5 riddles. There's going to be 1 in this video, and then there's going to be 4 in the YouTube shorts. Okay, that's the only way I can do it, and then still release my content. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I tried to figure out a way. Damien and I were even talking about it. I tried to figure out a way. Okay. Now, for every riddle that you answer correctly, you're going to get 1 ticket in the little raffle. Now, I wanted to do like one of those. I've seen it on other content creators where they have like the marbles that go down this path and then whoever's first, second, and third. That's how I want to do it. So for every riddle you answer correctly, that enters you 1 time, meaning you have a total of 5 possible tickets that you can get. I would like for you to answer the riddles without looking them up. I would like for you to try, but I don't care. If you want to look it up, think about it for 15 minutes, be like, I can't figure it out, and then look it up and put it in the comment section. No biggie. I'm not hating on anything. You're the first or the last. That doesn't matter. It only matters on the fact of this runs from July 7th to August 7th. If you're seeing these videos after that point, I'm sorry. Check the timestamps and just get to the section of the game or the video that you want to get to. The giveaway is only going to happen between July 7th 2025 and August 7th, 2025. That's where you're going to see the riddle videos. Now, third place gets a $20 gift certificate to either the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. Second place gets a $30 gift certificate, Apple Play Store, Google Play Store. First place gets $50. Now, one thing I will say about this in terms of if there's any scammers or anyone who's watching this, listen to me carefully. I am never going to ask for your personal details. I'm not going to ask you to give me money to give you money. If anybody says any of that crap, if you see me down in the comment section commenting like, oh, it's me, just a different, that's not me. I am not for these giveaways. I will comment and I will say, hey, how are you guys doing? I'll engage with you in the comment section. I'm not going to ask you for any information in the comment section. Anyone who does is hustling you. Once we figure out who the people are who's going to do it, I will try to contact you directly, and then I will send you a code to redeem, period. That's it. I'm not going to ask you to provide me anything because I don't need anything from you. The only thing I need is a way to send you the redeem code, whether that's email. I think I can even send you a message on YouTube, something along those lines. Okay. So I'm saying this really because I have been listening to Scam Goddess a lot. I've seen a lot, and that gave me a lot of like indication of how some of these scams work. I'm not going to ask for your information. I don't want your personal information. I barely want your dadgum YouTube name. Okay. I just want to be able to send you the code if you win. All right. So be aware of that. I'm not asking you for any money. I'm not going to ask you for any personal info. Boom. Especially not in the comment section at all, period. Especially nowhere. especially anywhere, nowhere. So just so you know, answer those 5 riddles. If you only want to do 1 or 2, if you miss the other 3, that still gives you 2 chances. That's fine. If you only want to do this one and say forget the YouTube shorts, I don't care. That's cool too. That puts you into the drawing, and then those top 3, you get 50, then 30, then 20 respectively. So the first riddle is, I have it over here. All right, here we go. Is it difficult? I don't know yet. Oh, by the way, and this only applies to the video. If you're watching this on the stream, I'm sorry. You got to do it on the video. You know what? No, you don't. If you want to, if you're seeing this video early and it's live and you're doing the live on demand thing or whatever, you can answer the riddle in this comment section too. I'll come and find it. It's no big deal. I don't care. It's fine. I want everybody to participate as much as possible. So answer this riddle in the comment section below to enter for your first ticket into the giveaway. Question: a cowboy rode into town on Friday. He stayed for 3 nights and rode out on Friday. How is this possible? A cowboy rode into town on Friday. He stayed for 3 nights and rode out on Friday. How is this possible? Boom. All right, there you go. So that is the riddle for this video. Put the answer in the comment section, whether you're watching on the stream now or the on-demand stream, or if you're just seeing this later. The next 4 will be YouTube shorts. That'll come out over the next few days. I'm not going to make you guys wait and have to whatever. If you want to just subscribe for 5 days and then unsubscribe, it's fine. I don't like pushing people into it. I do want to do the giveaway though. So in any case, let's go ahead and get into the main aspects of the game, which one funny thing about it is I'm recording this at the end of recording all the other sections of the video. So I'm going into main stage and I'm going into system recovery as the last things that I will explain in this game. So the reason for that is that main stage is pretty self-explanatory. You're going to have combat that starts over here from level, right now you see 23-1 to 23-30. When you come up on mini bosses such as these, you do that every 3 nodes. And you're going to end up with better rewards. So you'll have 150,000 gems would be awesome. 150 gems, you have some extra XP, and you have some extra gold. But then as you're going through the other stages between the mini bosses that you get, which are usually kind of like henchman waves that are relatively easy, you're going to get just the XP and just the gold. Then you get to the very end. Once you clear this, you get your 450, your 27,000, and your 4,000 XP. Then you move on to the next part in the main story. System recovery is slightly different. For system recovery, and we can kind of go back to the beginning, albeit I don't think I can play in the beginning. System recovery itself, you have conditions that you have to clear in order to get 3-starred. I mean, these are cubes. Okay, sure, I'm calling them stars because I don't want to say 3 cubes. But basically, the conditions for me to get all 3 of these, victory conditions, just win. Then you have to clear with 3 characters alive, and then you have this one clear with 4 characters alive. These change, and they can be either clear with 6 turns, clear without using any with the mighty trait, clear without using any with the agile trait, clear with having a certain number alive. So these changes, but those are the main ones that I've seen in system recovery. When you go to Crisis Watch and other areas of the game, they have different conditions that you have to do in order to 3-star those nodes. Once you do that, down here at the bottom, you will be typically rewarded. They increase as you go up, but here I just got a scarecrow and then I get a super encrypted token. But as you go up into the different areas of system recovery, the rewards increase. Here I got super encrypted token. This you can use to draw epic character frags from characters that you already own. Signature card, this is used on gear. I explain this later in the video and other parts of the video. Then you got your regular cryptid token, and then I just got a croc. I just got a killer croc. So in order to get all of these rewards at the bottom, you do have to clear each stage, 3 stars, and that's what you get down at the bottom. However, if you want to move from Batman, let's say you only 2-starred it, the next one unlocks as soon as you get 1 star. So you can go and clear all, not clear them, but beat all of these, and then go back, as you'll see here. I was able to clear this one. I still haven't been able to get these last 2 levels on chapter 16 under those 2 conditions that I need to full clear it. But I was already able to move on to this chapter and actually full clear this one. And then on to the next one, couldn't full clear this one, and on to this one. Definitely haven't full cleared this one yet. So you have different conditions for the system recoveries that may be easier to get to once your roster is a little bit more in depth, but you want to keep pushing through system recovery if you can. Main stages, and very key, and this is something I do not like. These are not areas that you can farm. In most of the games, when you have a main story, they'll have like a character shard on one of the nodes. You can go back and farm that character shard and get them up. This game does not allow for going back and playing previous nodes. So as you see, I can't even go back and look and see what it was. Same thing for system recovery. Oh no, system recovery, I can go back and see what it was and what the reward was, but I can't play it again. And system recovery, not even clear. I don't know how many times you can even do it, but there's a limited amount of 20. So I can unlock 20 levels a day, 20 stages a day, which is just basically 2 chapters of system recovery. Then I can't play any more that day. Whereas main stage, you just play until you can't play anymore and you get stuck, i.e. me being stuck at 23/7. So what I'm going to do real quick, I'm going to try. Because sometimes it comes down to how you organize your team. So we're going to talk a little bit of strategy here. So as DC Worlds Collide is an idle game, you are putting your characters in the positions that you need for them to succeed. Typically, what you want to do, and it even kind of does that for you automatically, is I want my tanks up front. Now, the tank class are characters that are just bigger, beefier, thicker, have a higher HP bonus, have higher defense, and can take more damage. Next is your DPS or your damage dealers. Kind of in the name, they deal damage. They cause a lot of damage, and that's what their entire purpose is. And then you have your support. These are typically control characters, heal characters, debuff characters, however they can be used to control the battle. Over here to the right, you see the team synergies. These team synergies, I do go into depth for each character in the character guides, but we'll touch base on them right now. So for Green Arrow, he has a team synergy that during battle, attack of all allies with AoE characteristics is increased by 12%. This would include Wonder Woman and Superman. They both have AoE attacks. With Kid Flash, he has during battle, all allies gain 20% heal receive bonus. Kid Flash is a healer in this game, and so as he's healing, the amount of heal he get, there's a 20% bonus that's stacked on top of that. And then you look at Lex's team synergy during battle, allies gain 12% damage reduction while their shields are active. So when the shield is active on an ally that he produces from his ultimate and from I think one of his regular attacks, once that shield is up, then you're receiving 12% less damage. That does help increase the amount or the length of that shield staying on you. So in this one, let's just do the AoE thing. Why not? All right. So now, when I'm setting this up, this is behaving differently, and I'll show you in system recovery when you come up across a mini boss. In this one, what I would like to do, and I'm not saying it's going to work now because clearly I'm stuck on 23/27, is I like to use the AoE damage dealers to try to get around these guys, the little henchmen, so that I could then open up for the attack there. There are some characters that do attack the back row, but typically most characters you have to get past the first row in order to get to the back. I do like the AoE damage dealer, especially Green Arrow and Wonder Woman, actually all of them, because they're going to hit all of the characters. Now, one thing that has changed since I've done this is that Two-Face does give damage amplification on characters in the back row along with lifesteal. That is something to put into consideration when I'm trying to deal as much damage as possible there. Here, when you go to the Mighty, Agile, and Tactical trait, it's your typical rock, paper, scissors system, where Tactical beats Mighty, Mighty beats Agile, Agile beats Tactical. Now, depending on the characters that you put in and their traits, you will receive different bonuses for those characters deployed. I have 2 Mighty, I have 2 Agile, and I have 1 Tactical. Deploy 2 characters with the same trait for this one. 2 other characters with the other trait, and then 1 character with the other trait. And I now have an HP bonus of 8% for all of them, and attack bonus of 8% for all of them. Now, if I wanted to, and I'll be honest with you, I don't lean into this thing too much. And I probably should look at it a little bit more because you do get additional HP and attack bonuses depending on how you build the team overall. All right. So now that you've gotten the kind of rock, paper, scissors aspect of it, I'm going to try to go into this attack like this. We're going to come down and check out our ultimates. What are the ultimates? The ultimates are an aspect of the game for this idle gameplay that you can control. Now, and I'll start it off, but I usually do it automatically. The ultimates here, so for Superman, he has an AoE attack. Wonder Woman has an AoE attack. I want to put her up front as well with him. And then we have Green Arrow. Now, I'm kind of setting this up poorly just so you can kind of see what happens. I say poorly, and then if I win, I'm going to be livid or happy. We'll see in a minute. And then, so I arrange their ultimates to go in this order based on the ultimate energy and the ultimate points that we get. Here over to the side, we have our reinforcements. These reinforcements I go into more in depth in the guide later on. But with these reinforcements, I decide what order to deploy them. They have strategic advantages. Each of them has a different strategic advantage. And the order that they get put in isn't necessarily the order that they go in, depending on the cost that it takes for them to actually hit. But for example, if I feel like I'm going to go into this battle and my back row is going to take a lot of damage, and I usually keep my back row as my support, my healers, and my control characters, I can use this to heal that back row, for example. For this one, if the characters are healing a lot and I'm trying to stop the heals or reduce their shields, the bat cycle does provide decreased heals. Double T provides bleeds and an attack to the back row, so on and so forth. I do go into that in more details later on in the video. Now what I will do is I will do this attack and I will show you that, and I'm going to run it without the ultimates. This right here makes your ultimates go into auto. So and I'm going to just ignore this for a second. I could trigger the ultimates now, but that order that I did before dictated which, let's do you real quick now. That order that I did dictated in what order I would prefer for them to do their ultimates. Here, I'm doing them manually and just ticking as I go along watching the battle. I do know some people who really prefer doing it in this way. I feel as though, and this is probably not true, I feel as though I lose a bit of time when I'm thinking on it. So now I have this thing here. Let's attack with the Batmobile, and hopefully we can stun some of them. None of them get stunned. Yay, that's fun. Wonder Woman attack, please. And then let us launch into a Green Arrow attack. Just about to lose Superman. I would have liked to have used Kid Flash's ultimate there, but not gonna go. We'll use the mirror to heal us up real quick. Superman still has invulnerable for a little bit. Now we'll use Kid Flash to heal up Superman, hopefully, very quickly. And then use Superman's ultimate. So, we're going to have ultimates coming up soon. I don't want Superman to die, but of course he falls. Boom. Let's try to heal with Kid Flash as well. So, as you can see, I'm probably not going to make it out alive on this one. Let's see if I can get Wonder Woman to go. And then we'll look for another Kid Flash heal. Now, please also bear in mind, I'll put the shields up. Please also bear in mind, over here on the side, you have a counter. So not like, well, at least the games I played, where there's a timer and you only have 2 minutes to complete the node. You have 15 turns to complete this. Go ahead and get a heal out there for Lex. You have 15 turns to complete this. If you do not complete this in the 15 turns, you lose. Just that simple. Now we'll do a Green Arrow AoE attack. I would love for those minions to finally fall down. Yay, let's heal. Healing Lex up really quickly. I would love for this to hurry up. Just go, 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 go. Lex shield, Green Arrow. All right. Oof, oof. Do we like this? We don't like this. Heal some more, please. 10 turns. I'm 10 turns in. I have 5 turns left. We need to hurry up and do some damage if we want to try to get past this. Wonder Woman, Kid Flash, heal, please. Ooh, heal us, heal somebody. There we go. Heal Green Arrow. We're good with Green Arrow being healed. We're gonna go for Green Arrow's AOE next. Hopefully this takes out. I needed this to take out Firestorm. Ooh, too late, too late, too late. I wanted to try to get Lex's shields up to withstand the Starfire. Uh-oh, we might be in a good way here. We might be in a good way here. We might be able to get past this. George told me I should be doing this manually anyway. So we will get past 27. Whew, we will get past 23, 27. That's nice. That's nice. That happened. And you know that was genuine because I can't go back and redo that battle. And I don't want to. I do not want to. Now, next up, you'll have all of these minions here, which I'll run it on auto now. Now, auto just does, my hands are free. It's going to run these attacks on its own. There's also this little thing with the drone that they let you do, I think, for the first week where, and this is part of the idle gameplay that I like, and it is $5 for that monthly drone. I'm willing to up that $5. I think it's actually pretty good value because it also gives you like bonuses on your supply store, which gets talked about later on in this video. So it lets you just, especially very early on in the game, just kind of sit the game down and let it fight through those different waves. And then once it gets stuck, it stops. But I don't have to keep ticking to go. Now, oh, this is a problem. We're going to let them run real quick. I feel like I need to remove Lex from this immediately. Why is that? Well, because we have an agile team that's going up against a tank that is tactical. Tanks are sitting there designed to take damage. However, if there's an advantage over a tactical tank and we're running into a bunch of agile enemies, that means Lex is at a massive disadvantage, especially since I'm running this on auto right now. I kind of want to beat this on auto ultimates without doing it myself, if I'm being real. I kind of want to make that happen. All right, let's see if I can make this happen. Let's see if, well, live for stream, but not for you, if I can get past 2330, get to my growth fund, and keep it pushing. Let's see. Let's see what we can do here. All right, Wonder Woman. Boom. Green Arrow, we like to see it. We like to see it. Melt these henchmen. Now, here's a problem that you're going to run into with Flash, and I really wish I had him so I could do a guide on him. If Flash is the last one alive, he basically rewinds time, heals himself fully, and starts using his ultimate attack over and over and over again. It's not fun. It is not fun at all. It is fun, but it's not fun, though. So what we're going to try to do is, if we can survive, if Kid Flash can go ahead and heal up Superman real quick, no, he ain't doing that for us. I may have to do the ultimates manually. We want to kill Flash first. The issue with this in a game like this, is that I don't have control of the characters individually. I can place them in certain areas and they are more likely to attack that area. However, no guarantee there. So what we're going to do is, and actually I might get to display one of my favorite like interactions. Ugh. Actually, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe we'll do this and plop in Batman. Batman's team synergy. I am missing another single target damage dealer. I need 2 of those in order to select his to make his single target hit harder. However, what I will do is put him in the front here. I didn't think I had much of a problem with heals, but we'll just leave that to the side. I'm going to put Green Arrow. Nope. I'm going to put Superman first because Superman is mighty. So he has a benefit over Flash. And I'm tempted to take Green Arrow out and put in Starfire because of the burn effects. All this chit-chatting that I'm doing, as you watch the videos and the different guides, you will see all this stuff being explained. So right now it's just showing you gameplay. So Batman is a single target damage dealer. Burst damage. I'm wanting him to survive so that way, and I've put him over here in the far left because I would like for him to attack this Flash in the back. He does have the advantage of being mighty over agile. All right, so let's see if it does go there. Boom, boom. Okay, we're having to deal with this tank first. Hopefully we can get through this tank relatively quickly and then focus in on that Flash. Given that it is that tank, now I'm kind of wishing that I did the AoE damage first and then put Superman's ultimate more to the back. But we'll try to make that work regardless. If not, again, there's always the option for me to go auto. Starfire, she's in here. She's in a speed set. I talk about gear later on. However, she's in a speed set because her passive means that any damage that she does, she lays down burn. Burn, once you've stacked 4 of them, you see Superman just gave 2. Once you stack 4, there's a explosion, detonation, and it does additional damage to the enemy. So that's one of the debuffs that we'll discuss later. Now, Wonder Woman is gone, one of my best damage dealers, if not the best in the game that I have. I am in trouble unless everybody's on fire and they all explode massively at once, which just doesn't happen in this game. But we're going to let it ride for a little bit. I feel as though I could keep Batman in, but I need to have a solution for these minions to be gone first. Because now that I'm past it, I would like to know whether Batman's ultimate, and this is what I'm watching for now, if Batman's ultimate, once that first tank is down, is it going to start targeting Flash, or is it still going to target this guy in the front? I need his ultimate to go soon, though. Ooh, may not go at all because we is gone. All right. So next up, we can remove Starfire, put Wonder Woman here. Now we're going to put in Nightwing, which does not activate Superman synergy because I need one more single target damage dealer. We're going to put him over here. Nightwing has a stun on his ultimate, which I would love to get going, but I don't know that it will actually happen here. So we're going to try with Nightwing to see if he'll stun. And actually, let's not do it in auto. Let's do it manually. I'm going to try the stun at first. If it doesn't work, then we no longer try with Nightwing. Let's just be real about it. All right. Now, is this stun going to go on the... It goes usually to the character with the highest attack. So, we love that happening. Going to go ahead and put the Batmobile out there real quick. And then the next attack will come from Wonder Woman as soon as we get enough of the ultimate points over here. We have enough. She's going to cost 3 of our ultimate points that got put up. We have 1 left. She used 3. She also stunned Kid Flash over here, which is awesome. We're going to use Double T to attack their back rank real quick. And now that Nightwing is back up, I'm going to try to stun Flash again. Did not work that time, but that's okay. Let's lay down some burns with Superman. After this, I will try to heal with Kid Flash. When the next ultimate comes up, let's heal that back row real quick. And then the next ultimate will be the next 2 of our hero turns. We'll go ahead and get Kid Flash out there healing. Chop, chop. Let's go, homie. Go, heal. All right. Oof. Wonder Woman, I need you to attack as well. All right. Now I'm leaning towards, I was thinking because there was just a buff given to Two-Face. I'm wondering if I need to put Two-Face in here. But we shall see. And actually I'm going to hold off and try to get this heal again from Kid Flash. He should heal Superman. Bet. Now Superman, let's use your ultimate real quick. Get some burns out there. And then the next ultimate will be Kid Flash, then followed closely by Wonder Woman, whichever one goes first. I would rather it be Kid Flash so we can get some heals out. Or just try to demolish those who are hurting us. All right, Diana. Next is Kid Flash. I don't know if we're going to make it to his ultimate before these. Oof. There we go. Superman gets his invulnerability. Kid Flash, let's heal him. Oh, heal Batman. That works too. Batman, can you hit somebody hard, please? I didn't want you to hit him, though. But that's fine. Ooh. Don't know if we're going to make it. We're going to do one more here. One more attack here. And then I'm going to show you guys system recovery. Oh, they're already gone. Show one more attack here. And then after that, we do system recovery. Select. And this may be a risky move. I'm going to remove Kid Flash and put in Two-Face because of his recent buff and lifesteal. He stays in the back. Green Arrow goes up front. Wonder Woman is before that. Superman is before that. Green Arrow. Nightwing is last. Or right before Two-Face. Let's see if this works. So we'll try to open up with Wonder Woman's anyway. I'm still going to do it manually. I don't have a heal here now. And really, what I should have done is put Kid Flash and Two-Face in. But we'll see if we can make this work. And what I'll probably do after this is just that. But Two-Face provides damage amplification and lifesteal now. It used to be just damage amplification to the back row. The only problem is I only have him rank 5, and this may mess with his survivability in this area. All right, so let's go ahead and do Soups. Fine, let's go ahead and heal the back row since Two-Face is already in danger, as he should be. He's only rank 5. Next, this is where those Kid Flash heals come in really big. We're gonna use that, and we're gonna use that. So now we have Wonder Woman that's gonna take off, and Green Arrow that's gonna take off. He's getting a lot of those life steals, so is she, based off of what Two-Face provides to them in the back row. Let's see. It would be nice to get a Superman ultimate to go. I think he's already hit his invulnerable side, right? Nope, there it is. Go. And we're not going to use Two-Face's ultimate. We're going to wait for someone else's to come around. You got rid of all of the henchmen. However, now we're in a bad way, having to deal with both Kid Flash and the Flash. Nightwing and Superman are already down. So do we have a good shot here? I don't think so, honestly. Oh. Now, this was showing a little bit of the AoE. I'm going to show you system recovery real quick, how that goes. And then I want to try to beat this. I do want to try to beat this. But I'm not going to make you guys sit here for it. This video is already like 3 hours long. I'm not going to make you sit here much longer. All right, so next, system recovery. And this goes into how you attack a little bit more. There you saw me try to build a full team. There you saw me try to build a full team in order to take care of, let's go down here. In order to try to take care of minions and a mini boss. In system recovery, there are these sections, and this is where I've kind of changed my view on how gearing works, which will get discussed. But here, I'm only having to deal with the Flash. We'll put Bats over here. I'm only having to deal with the Flash and Kid Flash. You see this condition, no agile. I'm not worried about that right now. We can do that another time. I'm going to use more single target damage to try to deal with the Flash and Kid Flash, because as great as Green Arrow is, AoE damage is good and he has those crit chances, but I want to kind of target and drill down on the Flash here and provide more attack on a single target than an array of attack on an entire group, an entire horde. Ocean Master's here because of the awesome counter he has dealing with block. All right, so now we go here. We want Soups to go back. There's an argument for Ocean Master to go forward because of applying weaken and bleed, but we're just going to go with the single target damage dealers first. I'm going to still have the ultimates on auto, so you see. Now, because of the focus here, and he does awesome counterattacks. I love it. He does counterattacks whenever anybody blocks. And if they're AoE damage dealers, a lot of people are going to block, so he's going to counter a lot. So you see here, I want to get this single target damage on the Flash. I do not want him to last to the end of the match because of that ultimate ability, that passive ability that he has. And I need to get this done within 5 turns, which I don't think is going to happen, but it's just showing you a difference in combat. And this game does a pretty good job of giving you a lot of different ways to use your roster by creating different combat conditions and different game modes that makes you have to think about, you can't just take, this is the strongest character, I'm gonna put them here. No, it doesn't work that way. They're gonna be stronger in different spots, and there are some that are good across the board and some that are very good in specific areas, especially when it comes to Evil Falls. But it does stress your ability to build teams and understand what's going on and build synergies that would have Ocean Master countering in that way to the Flash. That would have me decide I would rather have Nightwing and Batman up front first when dealing with these mini bosses versus in the main stage when I'm having to attack 5 enemies and deal with them all individually. So we're not going to beat the 5-turn condition at all now, but we're going to leave it up because I want to see us win. Okay, so boom, boom, boom. Ocean Master's awesome. All right, so in any case, that is the system recovery. System recovery unlocks, I want to say it's at stage 9, but it might even be sooner than that. Yeah, and I've already given you the details on how it works in terms of how often you can attack. So, since that's the main stage, since that's system recovery, I'm going to go ahead and send you to the rest of the guide. Have fun. I'm going to do it after this is over, though. We're going to keep watching for a second. Kid Flash is done. We still didn't get the... I'm upset. We still didn't get the condition. So now I won't be able to 3-star this stage. Actually, random tip. And this happens with all of them, okay? So, and I'm glad I didn't completely sign off. You see here where it says clear without using agile characters, clear in 5 turns. You notice how I ignored that condition of the agile and just tried to do the 5 turns. If I go back to this same stage, I am able to take these on one at a time. It does not need to be that I have to do agile and clear in 5 turns at the same time. I can focus on just not using agile, only using mighty, which is stronger against agile anyway. Only using mighty. Who else is there? We'll use you. We'll take out Batman, which I just said all that stuff about single target damage dealers. However, I'm taking the advantage of the detonations from Superboy's Team Synergy. You'll get into that in Superboy's guide. So basically, I'm going to use this setup. Let's put Superboy up front. Wonder Woman can go second. Yeah, because Starfire is going to be putting out burns. I can just do this condition and beat this team. Here's hoping I beat them. And just beat this team. And then, I don't have any heals here. Heals would have probably been nice to have. Maybe I should have put Two-Face in. I can just beat this team based only on these conditions and clear that star. And then the next thing I do is go back and then build it with the agile if I want to, if that makes me get the 5 turns. And then I just focus on the 5 turns. So I just have to win one, and then I just have to clear without the agile at one point or another. And then I have to just clear with the 5 turns or the 3 characters survived or whatever condition. You can meet each condition differently at a different time, put it that way. So with this one, I mean, I am concerned that we don't have any heals, but it seems like we're in relatively good shape. I should not say that because then that is when we get our faces melted, but let's see how this goes. Yeah, see why I should have kept my mouth shut. See how I should have kept my mouth shut. I talk too much. Hence YouTube. I talk way too much. All right, we got the invulnerability up. Can we still beat them like this? I don't know if we're going to beat them. Stun them, please. Didn't stun nobody. Just taking this L. Just taking this L. So, I still haven't done it without the mighty. Let's see. We'll try one more, and then I will officially send you to the rest of the guide. Let's see here. Let's take away you and maybe put in Bizarro, or maybe I should leave in Batman like I said I would initially. Maybe I should. Wonder Woman is a bit stronger, so we'll put her up front. The ultimates, we will start with Batman's ultimate. The reason I had Kid Flash here is because he was going to burn more, but I would rather have Wonder Woman go. I think Batman's probably going to fall relatively soon. And then we go from there. And let's run that one. We run this one. Hopefully we get that other star. If not, is what it is. I still feel like I wish I had heals, but they ain't coming from nowhere. Maybe Two-Face if I decide to change up everything. But yeah, I like that damage. Ooh, I like that one too from Wonder Woman. Yes. If Batman can get another attack out there on him. Tempted to do this manually now because I want Batman to keep going. Ooh, there goes the heals. There we go. One more attack on Flash. Bam. And then we can go ahead and get them burns out there. Love for Starfire to start hitting as well so we can detonate some of these burns. Ooh, Starfire's gone. Batman's gone. Wonder Woman's gone. Oh, we lost everybody. We lost everybody. Everybody gone. Everybody gone. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? There you are. Jon Stewart any good here? Is Jon Stewart gonna be any good here? I don't know. I don't think I have him ranked up high enough. That's the issue. Not that he isn't good. I think he's actually really good and has a lot of potential, but I don't have him ranked up. He does do single target damage though, and he needs to get set up quick so that he can take damage and then send it right back at you. Problem is like setting him up to take damage and he's not as strong as the characters up there means that he might die before he gets his ultimate off. See what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. And he hasn't even set up yet. He doesn't even have it set up yet to where he's taking the damage and returning it. So let's see. Let's see. Now he wants to set up. I would love if he had like some heals and a shield on him right now. That would be awesome. But it looks like he's countering and everything, but he's not going to make it far enough to do the damage he needs to do. He's not going to survive long enough for that. Ooh. Okay, so he did get one shot off. Not the strongest shot in the world. Not the strongest shot in the world. There is damage amplification coming from Two-Face as well as the lifesteal, so I'm hoping that amplification... Oh, and he's gone now too. That might be the end of us. All right. So for real, I'm going to send you guys to the rest of the guide. You have a fun time. All right, so let's get to, I guess, a dangerous area for me, which is not the lab decoration. No. They're the shops, okay? Now, there are different theories depending on what you want to do. I don't know if theories is the right word, but strategies depending on what you want to do. I am I won't say reckless spender when it comes to in-game resources, but that's what we're talking about. This isn't anything to do with like the store where you're spending real money. In-game resources, I can be reckless and narrow-minded and want some. For example, here, you can get 30 elite frags or 30 rare frags. These frags are used, you can use them to rank up your elites or your rares, but really what you're using them for is so you can rank up your epics and your legendaries. Every day, you're going to have 30 elite frags for 360 diamonds. That's a very good value, but each time you buy, it goes up. I bought it 3 times today. No, 2 times today. So 360, then it goes to 600. I bought the 600, and that is what I use to then rank up my Batman because I was short on the elite fragments. If I was short on the rare, which I am now, of course, then I would be able to buy the rare fragments. Those also in the shop. During the first buy round, I guess is what you can call it, is 180. And I bought that one without needing it, actually. And then 300 for the next. Now, I bought that without needing it because there is a theory or a strategy that I subscribe to. I'm going to buy at least the first round of these 2 every day. You can also get them here, the elite frags here, for 140,000 gold. And you can buy it twice. 4 times I want to say. So you can buy 480,000. So I can get 40 elite frags right here. Now I do that because this is good value versus what happens with this encrypted token, which when I get 40 gems, I'll pull the encrypted token and we can go to the Motherbox. But I will discuss why. And maybe I should get to it now that I'm explaining this part. Okay. We'll go ahead and get into it. So with these encrypted tokens, you use these to go to the Motherbox. The Motherbox is where you're going to pull your tunes, okay? Now, typically for 200 diamonds, you can have one pull, one chance. On the epic recruitment side, you have, if you're just starting out the game, you have the starter recruitment. Starter recruitment becomes legendary recruitment after you've pulled your first legendary. We'll go into how my Superman came before my Wonder Woman in a second, but I can pull 200. I can use 200 diamonds and have one chance at a character. However, in this epic recruitment, it's a 47% chance to pull an uncommon. Uncommons are literally useless in the game, 100%. I use a couple of my uncommons to hold gear sets for me so I don't let them just float in the ether and I can say, oh, that's where I put my Nightwing gear set when I change them to experiment with stuff. That's what I use my uncommons for. You can use your rares, of course, to rank up, and your elite, of course, to rank up, and then 3% chance at epic. Now, the reason why I'm pointing this out is that I have a 50% chance here to get something that I want, which is a rare or an elite that I can use to rank up my epics or my legendaries. And that costs 200 gems. By the same token, I could, oh, and by the way, when you get that rare or you get that elite, you're only getting 10 of their frags if it's a duplicate. So if you've already got them, unlock them, and then you get that rare or you get that elite, that's only going to reward you 10 frags once you've got a duplicate. Now those 10 frags versus for 200 potential, I have a 50% chance at getting 10 rare or elite frags that I can use to rank up. Or I could spend 200 gems, 180 gems here, and get a definitive 30 rare frags in order to rank up my legendaries. You see where I'm going? And then here, 360 to get 30 elite frags to rank up my potential epics or legendaries. So here the value is just outright better to buy them every day. If you don't have if you're stretched on diamonds, that's my strategy. I know others that do it as well. George, shout out. But that's my strategy here. Outside of that, any other things for diamonds, if you want to play around in Arena and just have some fun, this isn't a bad cost for just having a good time. It doesn't really bring you anything, but these are the crystals that you need to be able to play Arena once your 3 free turns a day is over with, which I hope by the time anyone sees this video in the future that they've changed that and let us do more Arena. And I have like a three times a day cap is a lot. There should be like 10 at least. Anyway, but these are not a bad value for the diamonds themselves. You can have some fun. Here, and I'm actually thinking on this, a star map city that can be placed in Green Arrow's room. These are decorations, so if you want to do the decorations for the bunks, we're going to go talk about the bunks after the shop. Sure, have fun. I don't necessarily care about decorating those things, at least not right now. I don't see the benefit. When it comes to the gear here, I would hold off because in the other shops you can get gear and you can farm those tokens. I would save the diamonds and not do that since you can pull with diamonds. Here, this equipment enhancement piece, which I always forget the name for some reason. No, I would stay away from any of this stuff in terms of diamond, unless you're like just one away and you want to be impatient. Sure, knock yourself out. Anything that has to do with gold, which if I had enough, I would buy anything with gold every day, especially these pieces here. Oh, and the titanium that you need to rank up your characters. Now, this shop does change. So what you're going to see is in my shop, it looks different than your shop, depending on what level you're at. These shops change. If you see up here, these shops change with different levels or when you get past different parts of the main story. So this shop does, not all of them. So just be aware of that. Evil Falls shop. Evil Falls is where you can get cheap gear, in my view, because that's the only thing I use Evil Falls for. At first, you're going to have these elite pieces, and then you're going to have the epic pieces come in, again, depending on the level that you clear on the main stage, the main story. I do tend to buy these enhancement pieces. I don't need much of it right now, and I am running low on my Evil Falls currency. But I do tend to max this out and buy these if I cannot find any gear for that day. I don't like to refresh. 1,000, it seems like a high number to me of the actual credit when I can just wait till the next day. Now, here's another trick, and I don't know why, and if somebody can point it out, please let me know. Okay, so as you just heard me say, I did find out the reason. So previously, and what you're going to hear is, let me go back up. What you're going to hear a lot in the video, or not a lot in the video, you're going to hear it a couple more times about me not understanding why these 2 gear pieces are more expensive than the rest that are 6K. Now, this proves that my thing that I say all the time is right. Read the comment section. There are some smart commenters there who know the game way better than I do. The difference between these, so the ones that have this kind of like little silver arrow on this thing is loudest. Okay. They have this little silver thing at the top corner. These do not. Same thing with the elites, actually. And now that my store is at this level, all of my elites or that I can buy in the store have that little silver thing. The difference between them is, and I think, yeah, okay, so you see this is a health belt. When I click on it, the base stat is 5220. When I click on this one, the base stat is 6180. So the base stat itself, and I think, let me double check on that. Then also the other like substats are better as well for the gear pieces that have this up here. So you're gonna hear me say later in the video, I'm coming back and recording this literally July 6th. I just landed from Amsterdam today. So saw the Josh Johnson stand-up show. That was amazing. Loved it. Anyway, I'll talk about that on stream. I won't do that here. Anyway, so when you hear me say like these things here, when I say red, this is a green light now, in my view. These are green lights. That one, if on a budget, I am still leaning more towards these. I think that might be a mistake on my part. Maybe it's one of those AOE single target things like I did in one of my other videos where I just have to get used to that idea of doing that. Same thing down here. These are different because you have this up at the top that will make it higher stats. So when you hear me say later in the video, that thing of, nope, these are red lights. No, they're green lights. They're green lights. I got some clarification. Thank you to the viewers, to the subscribers who actually wrote that down in the comment section. It was really, really helpful. So now back to the rest of the shops. Cost level. Arena shop. Arena, you can kind of farm arena. What is this arena? Oh, dual metal. Sorry. The dual metals you can actually farm for the arena side. And I think you can only really get like 600 a day. Now, when you go to the arena, and I've already discussed this in the arena videos, but you'll see here there's a weekly reward that you get where depending on the level you are, you'll get these rewards. And then there's also, when you clear each tier, these one-time awards. And then through each battle, you get 150, I think 4 times or maybe 3 times when you're going through to do your battles. And then I use that, and honestly, the advice from my approach has been, I want this a lot. I tend not to go for it, but I do want this because I can use this to, and it won't even let me click on it right now. I think I have one of those pieces. I can use this to rank up either legendary or epics. It will just take the place of the character that I want. So if I am 3 frags short of ranking up Nightwing, I can use this to make up for those 3. If I'm 3 short of Lex, then I can use these 3. I used 15 of these. That's why I have 3 now. I used 15 of these to rank up my Wonder Woman. All right, so I do love those. I tend not to buy them from here. I will, but honestly, I'm using the currency mostly on these frags, these chests, which do award you 10 frags from a rare or an elite. I use those to help rank up the characters I have. So I do that with either the elite chest or I do that with the rare chest. I have not bought Lex shards here. I have not farmed him here. And that's just because I only unlocked Lex like a week and a half ago. I'm still considering whether or not I'm going to do it. Every other character in here, as of the recording of this video, I would not, because I can just put Zatanna in my desired for the week along with Bane, and then I have an additional 30% chance to draw them. So me using these credits to buy their frags doesn't make sense to me, just outright. Not when I can just go for the desired, get that, and rank them up. Also, just because it's not the deepest pool of characters right now, which this will change, so I guess maybe this advice isn't great, I'm definitely not worried about it, because when I pull, I'll usually get these epics. It's fine. So really, if I'm advising, I would buy these, the elite chest, the rare chest. When you have a need for them, stack the credits, and when you have a need for them, then buy it. This is a maybe. Lex is a definite. I will start looking at farming some of his stuff, because even though they gave him a nerf, he is still a pretty good legendary. I'm not gonna say pretty good. He's a really, really good legendary. So I will start thinking about farming him. Any of the elites, including this chest, I would not bother with. Next, Elseworld credits. This is the remnants of the 7 deadly sins. This is where you get, when you travel through Elseworld, I think you get 700 a day. It might be a little bit less. I strictly have used this only to buy these elite and rare chests. I have not bought one single other thing, including this piece, which is used to rank up your reinforcements. If I'm giving, and in fact, I used to do this in my other channel, I'll give green light, yellow light, red light. So for these two chests, definite green light in terms of value, in terms of whether you should buy it or not. This, I say yellow light, maybe green, but I'm leaning more towards yellow because I seem to pick these up along the way. And I do rank up my reinforcements, but it seems to be a bit expensive to me to get only one piece for 500 of these credits. So that's a yellow light for me. Red light on all of these epics, which I can pull or put into the desired Motherbox thing, their desired character thing. Back to the arena thing. Yeah, definite green lights on these two. I'm a green light Lex. I'm gonna say yellow light to this because this one is expensive. This is 6,000, and then red light to all of these. All right, so hopefully that helps in terms of what you do. The Elite Arena store is fun. I do like it because I can farm those three characters that you can choose from at the very beginning to decide which one you want. I can farm those here, and the currency itself, albeit not a huge amount, it's actually pretty generous once you get into the arena. Now, I will say this: I have a red light on these pieces, not because the value is low, but because I can farm my legendaries here. So, I mean, I guess theoretically that's a yellow light, meaning like the value's good for these ish because of how many you get ish. Value's good ish. But I can farm, and in fact, this one here, I can even change it to say which of the legendaries that I already own, who frags that I want to farm. So I can rank up the legendary that I'm going to get from that first starter recruitment draw here. I'm red lighting Penguin, Two-Face, Gorilla Grodd, and Kid Flash just because they're very easy. Like I said before, you can put them in the desired, or you can even fuse Kid Flash and Gorilla Grodd if you want to. I recommend that you do not do that at all, but you can. But yeah, so green light on all of these. Yellow light, yellow if you don't have your legendary yet. In fact, honestly, let's just be real, kind of yellow, but really red. Everything is red. If I were you, knowing what I know now, I would just stack this currency until you actually unlock the legendary and then just dump the resources into that. Because I can buy 20 of her frags per 30 days. I can buy 20 of his, and then I can even come over here and change over and buy more. So this, because of these, the ability to farm here, everything else is a red light. League shop. Now this is, and I probably should go into the league after this. I don't have very many league credits because I am the type of player who I want my roster to be strong before I sign up to a league, alliance, or whatever they call it in whatever game. So I always play the game by myself for a couple of weeks actually, until maybe even longer, maybe even a month before I actually join a league. Sometimes I'll even create my own like league so I can just play around and figure out stuff on my own. But out of this, the league shop has some pretty good stuff. So I can buy, again, the equipment enhancement parts here, a maximum of, a maximum of 10,000 for 1,000 of these credits, which does not sound like a bad idea to me right now. Also, I can use 600 and I can pull an epic piece here. So after opening, you can choose which piece that you want, which shoulder piece that I want, and it will be epic. So if I'm missing out on anything, that's cool. This, when you get to artifacts, when you finally unlock them, which is pretty, not late in the game, but you're going to be like 2 or 3 weeks before, you can buy those here as well. I can buy this so that I can pull, is this random? I'm about to confuse these two because these two are very similar to me. This here is used for the team up for the simulation, so you can get an advanced one here, and that gets you more rewards when you fight the advanced and the team ups. You'll see that in the multiverse section of this guide. And then here I can pull artifacts using this if I'm not mistaken. Now, pulling artifacts, it doesn't guarantee you anything like you're going to get a new artifact. So, but you can use this currency to buy those here. And then you have your character shards, Jon Stewart, Raven. This is used for when you want to add a signature to an epic piece. So when you go into your gear, and I've done it like only 2 times really, here you'll see that I have a signature piece. What I've done is I've leveled up this attack piece. It's accessory. I was going to say arrowhead. I've leveled up this accessory to the point of level 15. At level 15, I can use, and I think maybe I have another piece that's close to it. Do I? At level 15, I can use those signature cards. It takes 10 of them in order to make it a signature equipped on green arrow attributes activated. He gets an extra attack bonus. So this is his piece now. It gives him an extra bonus. I can move it to someone else, but then they will not get that bonus. So that's what those signature cards do, and you can farm those in this league shop. Yeah. Oh, and this. I do have a couple of these. These are kind of like the epic ones or the legendary ones we saw before, where you could change it for Wonder Woman, Superman, or Flash. Except this one, when you buy these, you can just choose which epic that you have, that you already own, whose frags you want more of. Now, in terms of value, honestly, all of this right here, huge green light. I don't like exchanging currency for currency, so I'm just going to red light that immediately. But this right here is a huge green light for me. These, well, the character shards, you already know I'm going to say red light because I've already explained it multiple times. The signature cards here, you tend to pick up these relatively easily. I'm putting a big yellow light, if not red light, on this, unless you absolutely need it. But it's too expensive to add an attack bonus on a signature card, on a gear piece for me. Here, these are kind of expensive to me as well. I would red light this. In fact, let's just red light this whole top row, because it's 3,000 of this currency for 5 shards or 5 fragments of an epic that you already owned. You can, again, do the same thing that you're doing here and just go pull them, use them in the desired column. So I don't really rock with that one. This, you do get, when you summon advanced simulations, you do get a good amount of rewards. I'm not gonna get it, but I would yellow light this one. Here, in fact, this entire row here, I would yellow light. I'm leaning towards red light here, but I would yellow light all of this stuff, because anything that deals with artifacts, this is not super expensive. Actually, you know what? The green ones, I would red light, maybe. Blue and the purple, I would yellow light. This I would yellow light, this I would yellow light. I think they're expensive. I would lean against it. I would use or save my resources for these. And here you'll see the same thing of where this is 1,200, this is 600, 600. Why am I buying the 1,200 piece? There is no difference. I've been looking, I've tried. So I'm sorry, I just caught this now. Buy this, the 600s, those are the green lights. Honestly, these are the red lights now, because 1,200, when I can just get them for 600, in a day and a half. No. All right, so, and then the lab decorations, I won't go too deep into it, but you can spend, I don't even know where we get this currency from. Store decoration voucher unlocks at stage 4-9. Sure. I haven't done any kind of decorations, but if you want to decorate, you can add sofa, flooring. This is the first time I actually really ever looked at this. Lobby entrance. These are all limited purchases. And you can decorate the rest of your Hall of Justice. All right. So in any case, those are the stores. Hope you found it helpful. Let's get on to the next side of the guide. All right. So seeing as how I just gave you the quote unquote value of rewinding a little bit of the frags in the shops, why I would spend the 180 diamonds over the 200 diamonds in the Motherbox. Since I've given you all that, let's go into the Motherbox a little bit. And actually, let's go back. In order for me to be able to explain that, I have to explain Wonder Woman versus Superman. Wonder Woman, at the moment now, as of this video, is the, right before global release, is the best character in the game. It's either Wonder Woman or Lex, and they just nerfed Lex, so I'm guessing Wonder Woman just takes that crown. Now, I put her down as my first legendary when you go to start a recruitment. You're aware of this. When they say your first legendary has a 100% chance of being this character that you select. The problem is that I got Superman as my first legendary. Why is that? In starter recruitment, this thing now that has become legendary recruitment, that's the only chance you have of it being that legendary with 100%. You can still draw a legendary from weekly recruitment. And in weekly recruitment, I drew Superman before I got anything remotely from Wonder Woman in the starter recruitment. So You can still pull, and this has happened. I have other stories. You can even see in the comment section of other videos, which I don't know if you want to go scouring for that stuff. But but read the comment section. There's good things. There's good things in there. Just I don't know if you want to go looking for the specific stories. But in any case, people have had that happen where they have pulled like a Superman or a Flash, even though they wanted Wonder Woman as their first legendary, and then they get their first legendary later. Now, in terms of the value here, one, this is tremendous. This is where you can select a character, and I do go into a video about this, but I put it in the guide anyway. It doesn't matter. You can select the epic that you want to receive, and it will give it an increased 30% chance. Typically what I do, and this is probably another superstition thing that doesn't matter, is that I only select one at a time. So you only get 2 for the week. I did select Green Arrow and Batman at the same time this week, but typically I'll just do just Batman, and then I'll do my drawings or whatever. And then once I get Batman, then I'll do Green Arrow. I think that's a superstition. I don't think that actually has any bearing on the probabilities. But in any case, you can say these are the ones I desired. So if I do draw an epic, it will be one of these 2. Now, I will say this. You also have a mercy rule down here for each one of them, and they're different depending on which one you get. So for the weekly, it's 30. Right now I'm at 14. Ooh. For the legendary recruitment, it's 30. For the equipment recruitment, where you're going to get lesser characters, it's 40. And then the league recruitment, that's something new, where it's going to be 60. Now, for the weekly recruitment, the pools, and this is where I'm going to do a drawing now. And honestly, I don't want to, because I'm going to just do it for the video. Because what I tend to do now is I wait until I have, and I should say tend to do, I have gone against this rule several times myself. I'm sorry. Is I think the smarter value is to wait until you get up to 5,000 gems and then pull, once you get there, then pull the weekly recruitment. The reason for that is that in the weekly recruitment, I am guaranteed at least a rare, 55% chance of a rare, 41% chance of an elite, and then 3 and then 1%. Whereas in the here, where I can pull for 2,000 gems, I can pull 10. There I only have a 47% chance at an uncommon. And uncommons, as you've heard me say in this beginner's guide already, they're useless. 30% chance for a rare, 20% chance for an elite, 3% for an epic, no chance at a legendary. So to me, the weekly recruitment provides the better value. However, I understand if you want to, just pull here and have some fun. That's what I'm about to do now. And I'm going to hope I get my Green Arrow so I can rank him up to rank 8. Another thing, and this is part of my superstition, I like to pull 10 at a time. That's why I wasn't even looking at the 200. I was looking at the 2,000. I like to just save up and then pull them all at once because I think that gives me a better chance. That is not true. It is not. It's probability. That thing resets every time. Coin flip. There's no more likely of a chance that tails is going to come just because you had heads the last 17 times. That's not how probability works. So I'm going to pull this just so you can see my disappointment at getting like 7 uncommon and then 2 rares I don't need and then 1 elite. Okay, here we go. Okay. So I got nothing new because they give you a congratulations you've pulled when you get a new character. Common. There's one. Oh, we got 1 rare. Another uncommon. Oh, an elite. Rare. Can I get my epic? No. Can I get Green Arrow, please? There. Oh, wait. What? Okay. So I got Zatanna, which I'm not upset about. So pulling Zatanna, seeing as how I already have her, means that I get 40 of her frags. All the others, I'm only getting 10, except for these guys, the uncommons, which I'll get 1 times what is the equivalent of 20 minutes of titanium. That sounds weird, but I can go back and explain that. So Zatanna, we'll do Zatanna. We'll show you the rares, and then we'll go through it. Now, when I say 20 minutes of titanium, that refers to this. This is your, I think it's called supplies, where you have this little drone guy who comes in, he flies in, and he brings you this stuff. As you can see right now, I've just collected 42 minutes. I tend to try to wait, but I just collected for 42 minutes. So that means that you'll see here, I have a little bit of a bonus because I do get that $5 a month thing. I think that's actually pretty good value. I do have a little bit of a bonus, but in 1 hour, I'm supposed to get 125 of the titanium. You can see yours at the top, same as me, which means that because I got a 20-minute titanium, that is 1/3 of an hour. So I should get 1/3 of this from opening that, which is at 42, right? Or 41.5 or whatever. So when I open this 1 minute, this one item of 20 minutes of titanium, it should be 40-ish, unless they don't count my bonus for that. Let's see what happens. See if that actually counts. I'm just going to open one of these. I have plenty. Use. Yeah, see, so 38. I guess they're not counting my bonus that I get with that. So I get 38 of these if I just open one. We'll max that out and just open them all. I mean, every little bit helps when it comes to ranking up. It's just I do not like pulling uncommons. You have 1 hour of these now and 2 hours of these. So I can open these up. Boop. Boop. And then they do the same thing with gold where you have this time of how much gold you're going to get instead of just saying you're going to get 1 million. And I guess that's a way for you to it's a way for you to be able to escalate how much gold or titanium you're receiving, because as you go through the game, even if you don't get the drone, I should not keep clicking. Even if you do not get this drone, as you level up, these rates at which you will receive gold and experience in titanium, they increase as well. So it is kind of a good system to keep it so that on a certain level, your rewards daily keep up with your level. Okay, so after pulling all those characters, I come back here, and if I'm going to rank up, and actually, you know what? This flows into level link and character retraining. So let's just go with it. Let's see if I can make it work off the cuff. All right, so you just saw that I pulled Zatanna shards. Right? I already have Zatanna very clearly. If I'm going to rank her up, as you guys may or may not know, the rank up system goes as such. You can level them up here, and actually she's in level link, so she's a bad example of this right now. Do I have anybody who has Green Arrow? Would have been perfect if I got my Green Arrow shards, my Green Arrow frags. He would have been a perfect example for this. Like really. But I think I have a few of his, so I can still show it. All right, so 1. You can either level up characters like, Superman. Okay, we do Superman. All right, you can level up characters like this, and I'll just give them 1 level now, like this, using experience and gold. And then once you get to a certain rank, like I have to please rank him up in order to take him up above 180. But once you get to 180, once I have ranked him up to rank 8, in fact, we can go over to Wonder Woman. Now this is where I need the titanium to rank him up, or her up. So she is already rank 8. Her max level, according to her being rank 8, is level 220. So if I want to take her up above 180, I need this titanium and I need this experience. If I want to be able to even take Green Arrow up past 180, his rank, I have to rank him up, get him up to rank 8, and then his max level will become 220. Now, this is to the detriment of other characters. This is why I recommend not putting too many resources into any elite or rares, because as you will see with Cheetah, her max rank is 8, which means that her max level is capped at 220. With the others, the epics, they're capped at rank 10. So they're going to just be able to have a higher level and be able to reach higher heights. So in the beginning, when you're having to use some resources on them, I get it. However, as you can see here, my Black Canary is at level 170, and that's because of this fun thing over here called level link. We'll get into that in just a second. So while you're ranking up your characters, you have, we'll do it with Green Arrow. I want to get him to be able to go up to 220. I can use his frags to do so, and these things which I've explained before from the shop. So right now, if I go auto select, I have 18 frags of the 40 that I need in order to rank him up. So getting those frags for Zatanna is good. It's awesome. I can rank her up to rank 8 now. Now here's the other problem with that. She's at rank 8 but she's in level link. So even if I rank her up to rank 8, I cannot take her up past this level that she's at right now, which is, I think it's 170. Why is that? It's a great thing, limiting thing. No, great thing. I think it expands it. I'm trying to be a little bit more critical of it, but I can't be. It's a great system. So this is called Level Link. Level Link is where you can basically put in, or what they're going to do is take your top 5 characters and say that the character with the lowest level of those top 5, if you put any other characters in this Level Link system, then their level will match the level of your lowest of the top 5, if that makes sense. So Wonder Woman is level 80, Superman is 177, Green Arrow is 180. Let's say Lex is at 171, and then Kid Flash is at 170. Then all of these characters will match 170. The moment, and I probably should have waited for doing that with Superman, the moment I take him up to 171 and him up to 171, all of these characters below will go up to 171. So it's a great way for you to kind of keep your rosters expanded and save on using resources. And if you have a character in Level Link that you're like, okay, look, I put Black Canary in here. She's a good healer, and I had to use her for Evil Falls. I'm done with that. I can take her out. Taking her out costs me nothing, okay? But if I want to put a new character in immediately, it's going to cost 100 diamonds, which I don't want to do. And I think I've only done it in the context of like trying to do content. I don't think I've ever done it just out of impatience. I'll just wait the hour. And then you can put another character in there if you want to exchange it. Now, this currency here is what is used to expand your Level Link. So you see here that I have 20 slots actually. I can buy another slot for 500 gems if I want, or I can farm these, which you get from the guide, which I think you guys know the guide already. This is kind of self-explanatory. I'm not going to really go into the guide, but as you make it through different levels of the guide, you can unlock, different items, but including this, which is used for Level Link as you go through. You can also get these from your trials. Real quick on trials, as we're talking about unlocking characters. Not every character has a trial, but a lot of them do. When you get Superman, for example, Batman has one. It's not, and there doesn't seem to be a logic behind it. It's just some characters have them, some don't. So I don't know what the logic is necessarily. As you go through, these trials are here to, once you rank 5, whatever character you have, it can't be. It's rank 5 for legendaries. You get legendaries at rank 5. But for example, Batman, you get at rank 3. And then you can get him up to rank 5. And then that's when this will unlock for him. And then as you go through, they're very, very easy. And they're actually kind of teaching you how to use the character in these trials. You unlock 100 gems. The next one you get 100 of these Level Link, or 100 of these credits that you need for Level Link. You get 1 of the regular tokens. Then you get 5 frags of that character, whichever character you have, and then another 10, and then another super encrypted token at the end of it. And these are tremendously easy. They're basically putting them in position to where you can lose, but it doesn't really matter. You're going to beat it, and they're telling you how to use that character to beat the situation. So they're literally putting them in situations that are beatable. So then you just basically get these free resources by doing it. And I cannot wait to get the rest of them. All right, so going back into the characters and back into Level Link. And that's actually basically the explanation that you need for it. The characters are going to match the level of your lowest character. Now, let's say beginning of the game, you know what? And I can even give you a real example. Nightwing used to be in my top 5. Okay. Now, what happened? I can't remember if it was Lex or if it was Wonder Woman, but I got Lex and Wonder Woman on this. No, I got them on the same day, actually. That's an awesome video. Go check that out. That video is fun. I had a good day that day. I got those two on the same day, not expecting having to get them at all. So what did I do? Nightwing is already there. However, there's some limiting factors with Nightwing in the sense that he's an epic. I'm going to want to rank up my Wonder Woman and my Lex and my Superman more than I'm going to want to rank up my Nightwing. So what do I do with that situation? And that is where you come into character retraining. You can retrain both the rank and the level, which I did not realize that until like very, very recently about the rank side of things. Now with the level, you can change their level at any point. That part doesn't matter. You can always retrain their level. When it comes to retraining their rank, I think it's No, there's only a boundary on epics. Once the characters rank 6 or below, you can do it for epics. But once you get them like rank 7, 8, 9, you can't retrain their rank anymore. With elites, you can always retrain them. So I can retrain the rank, and I'm tempted to see if I retrain. Oh, I only have. Now here's the fun part. Just so you guys know, it would cost 200 to retrain the rank. Now, what that's going to do is it's going to remove these frags from a Mirror Master. I only got 10 diamonds because I just did that pull, but we're cool with it. It'll remove him and knock him all the way back down to this rank 3. I'll get 30 of his frags, which maybe I should have done for some of that other stuff. I'll get 30 of his frags. I'll get his XP back, and I'll get his gold back. I can do that because he's an elite at any time. Let me check and see with Black Canary, right? I would get 110 of her shards back. I would get her titanium and her experience, which I don't have her like ranked up that. I don't have her leveled up that high. You're going to see it when I do it for Kid Flash. I'm going to get 73,000 of his titanium back, all of his XP, and his gold. And it's like a 1-to-1 ratio of what you get back. I cannot retrain his rank because he's already at rank 8. I wouldn't be able to do that for Lex. I'm trying to find one, but I think the ones that I could do it for that are epics are in my level link for that very reason. Okay, so I can retrain them, and it's basically a 1-to-1 ratio, at least on the level side of it, because if I want to, say, strip all of these resources from Lex and just dump them all into Nightwing, who's in level link, I can remove Nightwing from level link, remove all of those resources, put them into Nightwing, and then Nightwing will be the true 170, plop Lex in the level link, and now Lex is the level link 170, and they can't go above that certain level no matter what rank they are of 170, whoever the lowest character is. Now that also lends itself to when I have, and this is one of those things of maybe I should do this now. I won't though, because he's my better damage dealer. It is smarter for me to have the characters with the higher ranks, rank 8, rank 8, rank 8, to be here, because in that lifts the ceiling of what level that can be, the 220 that I mentioned before. Right now, there will always be a cap on them, because even if I take Kid Flash up to 180, 220, let's say, I take him up to 220, I take her up to 220, I take him up to 220. Let's say I'll go ahead and rank him up and take him up to 220. The characters below in level link will never be able to be higher than 180 so long as I have this rank 7 that can max out at 180. So there's one of the limiting factors there. You will want to, and I will probably eventually, not yet. I'm more concerned about ranking these guys up to rank 8 as opposed to removing them and putting in one of the rank 8s that are already there. So just a heads up there. Because right now, I'm not going up past 180 anyway. Okay, I think that covers character retraining and level link. Anything else? I think that's it. We can discuss emblems. I'm not an expert on emblems just yet, but we will get to them because I do have 3 examples. I started off with doing Green Arrow. And what you do is you have these resources, which I discussed before, that you can get from the shop and you can get from other events. So you have Crisis Watch where you can get it from War World. You can get them in a lot of places, actually. The base shop is where you can buy them with gems. And here you're just adding bonuses to your characters. So overall, here we go. So on this one, for example, as I'm buying up the ranks, when I buy this one, the attack bonus goes from 0% to 6%, defense the same. And as I keep going through, I keep getting added bonuses by 0.7, 0.8, and it goes increasingly up. We have damage amplification, lifesteal that comes into play here. This lifesteal thing here is big for Green Arrow because of his AoE attacks. It's just a random note I wanted to put out there. But then as you progress, you keep going up and up and up, have more stats that happen. You go on to your next level, your tier 2, where you will then have those benefits that can keep being ranked up. I would really, really love if I could get more lifesteal. Lifesteal, I think, is like one of the best that you can have geared on your emblems for your characters. And then who you want to do it for, to me, I'll be honest, I'm still figuring that out on some levels, but I'm leaning into the legendaries that I want to develop. I want to hurry up and get that because I want this 9.7% lifesteal. Come on. All right. And then so same with Soups. Not really much to explain there, but you'll see that his bonuses are going to be, oh, is it still? Yeah, HP bonuses and defense. HP bonuses and defense. Damage reduction and reflect. This is how much damage he's reflecting back to the enemy. So like this is where his bonuses go, because tank. His focus is on tank. His focus is not on dealing damage. And then the next emblem that we can go through, I don't think we'll do Nightwings. Nightwings, and in fact, I don't have to go in. It's block amount. He likes to block. He benefits from block, damage reduction, defense bonuses, HP bonuses. So I think you kind of get the view on what emblems are. They're just added stats for your characters. And you have to I will say this, I was a bit reckless in the beginning, because you'll notice I have a lot of characters with emblems. I wish I had waited when emblems were unlocked, stacked the resources a bit, and then figured out which of my top 5 I would want to do, because right now Lex doesn't have an emblem and I'm not inclined to unlock it just yet, because I want to go ahead and complete this emblem on Wonder Woman so I can move her up to the next level. I would have been able to do that if I hadn't decided in the beginning to kind of distribute the emblems evenly over the tunes that I was using. I think I should have held on to them at the beginning, and then just picked like in the top 5 for a little bit, and then picked which ones in the top 5, and then just focused on their emblems at first. But live and learn, right? So I think that is emblems. I think that's it. All right, let's move on to the next section of the guide. All right, so now we're going to go into the Adventures tab, so we can go to one of my favorite areas of the game, actually, which is Digital Universe. To be fair, Exploration, I did have some fun with. We'll get into that later, but we're going to Digital Universe for now. Now, Digital Universe is where you can farm a lot of resources, but one of the more important resources that you'll get out of it are the reinforcements, which we'll go over later in the video, which I hope hasn't already been recorded. But in Digital Universe, and in fact, I'll show you here. I don't know that this, oh no, it does show you what you originally get. So for each level, these unlock at different levels. So the new one that I have now just unlocked when I finished, I want to say it was 2215 in the main story. This one will not unlock until I clear 2415, okay? And along the way, when you get these reinforcements, one thing that is kind of sucky, which I may have mentioned again, you kind of need to level up your the previous reinforcement to a certain level before you can unlock the next reinforcement, which means like you need the token or the piece or whatever for the next reinforcement, plus leveling up the previous reinforcement. Now this, that is way too easy. Let's go to, this one gave me nightmares, so I'll happily beat this one fast. Now you can go back into these game modes and like play them again, which is fun. We don't care about all this, but it is a roguelike system. Let me see. Do I want to buy algorithmic power now? No. Each one of the stories does something slightly different, meaning, and I can just skip this battle, but I'll just continue to challenge. Each one of these stories in the Digital Universe is different, meaning like each challenge in this roguelike mode is very, very different. I don't know why that was the case. We'll just do all this. It doesn't matter. Because I think we're finna stomp them. Or maybe not. Who knows? Maybe they beat us. But yeah, each one of these is different, and they each have different challenges. That's why I like Digital Universe. They can be similar, but the first Digital Universe is not the same as the next one. They give you different challenges, different boons, different debuffs that you will have to deal with in the course of trying to complete this entire thing. This one, for example, is just centered around algorithmic power, which means that I picked up 2. I could buy some more now, but I'll show you what happens. You've used up your algorithmic power. Hacking again will deduct the character's max HP. So all of my characters' max HP will be reduced if I do not buy more algorithmic power. Heads up, you can buy some in these markets. And in the markets, and again, this is just for this one specifically, but you have different markets for different versions of Digital Universe that will help you get through the Digital Universe if you're using your sources, your resources and coins correctly. Now I do have a guide. I think it starts with this one actually. Walkthroughs for each one of the, let's just continue to challenge. I have walkthroughs for each one of the Digital Universes up until whichever the latest one is for me right now. I think it's Mew or New. But I do have universe walkthroughs, and I plan on doing one for each one. I have not really done one for the ones prior to it because I'm showing how I struggled through Digital Universe, so that way you can see the pitfalls that I have, improvements. You can see what I had to face and the way I had to figure out to get through it. Right now, with those ones at lower levels like this, they're asking me to skip the battle because I'm too powerful to even deal with them. They're saying, hey, look, you can keep going if you want to. This doesn't matter. You can keep going if you want to, but honestly, like, you're going to destroy this team. And so I can just skip the battle and keep it pushing. So I don't know if that's going to be useful for you guys because my roster is a little bit too high for it. But as the walkthrough, so you can see the characters that you're going to have to face, I might still do that then. But Digital Universe is one of the most fun game modes to me. I absolutely love it. We can take it on to this one, different one. And you'll see that there is a entirely different style. There's 3 forks. Each one of the forks I have to go up. We'll just do this. Doesn't matter. Each one of the forks I have to go up, complete them. The enemies get progressively harder and harder and harder as I go up. But I had to come back down and complete all of them to get these boons before I ultimately was able to exit here. So it's fun. I like it. I like it a lot. So that is Digital Universe. Ooh, going back. Now back into the other section of the adventures. Now this I have to admit. Oh, this is about to go. This I have to admit. I like it. It's a bit cheesy though. But what you do, I do enjoy it. What you do in this game mode, which it only seems to come to this part. I haven't seen anything new about this, and I hope they do more new ones. They unlock at different levels of the game, just like Digital Universe, different parts of the main story that you complete. These unlock, and what you do is you go in, it does not matter. And there's kind of like this cheesy puzzle aspect of it. And it is very reminiscent in this game of what happens in the Bunks. And I don't know if it was something that they were experimenting with and they've moved away from, but I wish they would go back to it because I kind of like it. I think it's kind of fun. But here, basically, you're trying to figure out the puzzle to get past them. I fight them. This is fine. We'll skip this battle. And throughout each of the stories, there's different parts that you have to kind of figure out, more like a puzzle than fighting. Trying to see, okay, so for example, let's see if we can, hard to say in the shadows, blah, 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 the goons. He's giving me batarangs, so I can use batarangs to destroy this light so that this thug, quote unquote, can't see me progress forward. If I don't, then I will have to fight them. So, oh, broke the light. See, where'd you go? All right, now I can hit him, and this guy won't attack me. In one of the others, it is that you blow out one of the campfires so it freezes the enemy so you don't have to fight them. Stuff like that. Oh, I don't know why I said continue challenge. I should have just skipped that battle. But stuff like that. It's cheesy little puzzles to figure things out, and you just explore this very, very simple map. And funny enough, in this very simple map, they are able to hide certain things. Here's a heads up. There's this what am I riddle way back. Confirm to leave. Way back when you first start the game. And there was one riddle I couldn't solve in this. I'm not giving any spoilers to this thing. The only one that I couldn't figure out, the answer to it was in the exploration. That was the one I couldn't figure out. That's where it was. I don't want to give spoilers on riddles because I love riddles. So you guys figured out, and I was really upset. I was really upset when I couldn't figure out that one. And then when I looked up the answer after a few days, I think I took 2 weeks. I was really upset when I was like, man, that doesn't even make sense though. I was really upset. I was heated. Anyway, so those are the adventures or the exploration. We've already gone over trials, and you know what the main stages are, Digital Universe. But because of the exploration being this kind of, and I like it, it's kind of kitschy. I don't mean it in a negative way. I enjoy that it's kind of cheesy content. They're the bunks. Now, the first bunk is actually pretty damn important because you can go to squad dispatch, and as you see here, you can, and I'll just show, I don't know if I can, it won't let me show that. You dispatch, and I'm 1 minute away from gathering. You dispatch different heroes as your roster expands. as you level up, you will get more and more missions that you can send out heroes on. And then you will collect these resources once those missions are completed after, well, I think this one was 6 hours. I think these are 2 hours, the ones that are coming to a close. And excuse me, in these squad dispatches, you will get the books required for the bookshelf for Batgirl. It'll show you, like here, I'm only getting titanium, I'm only getting the equipment enhancement parts, and I'm only getting gold. But there's also, the books will be in there. You'll see an arrow from Green Arrow's room that you can put in there. Green Arrow, you have to collect these. And on top of that, Green Arrow has this archery practice. Archery practice, which we will, I can show it. And I've always wanted to one day just stream it. But as you get higher points in your archery practice, you get more and more rewards. There's leaderboards here of people who've done it. Who sat there on archery practice and put up 390? Yo, who did that? I'll show it quickly and then I'll get out of it. But archery practice is basically, you come up and you're gonna try to hit the bullseye just in the mid. Stop. This is much harder with a mouse. Got him. So yeah, you do that over and over. They add wind. They add the target moving in different directions, things of that nature. I got a bullseye on the first one, so I'm going to quit and look like a hero. All right, so that is the archery practice. Additionally, things that you can get from Squad Dispatch, you can get some of the jewelry that you'll need. And I think you get these other missions too that you need to complete the set for Catwoman's room. And you can also get these little pieces here, these superhero Project Babel. I think these are just all cases for the superheroes that you have in the Justice League. And additionally, Guess the Identity, a game for Batman where, and I'll just do the first one, where they're going to show you an image and you have to say who that image is before time runs out. The faster you do it, the more points you get. Oh, is that? Nope. Huntress. Oh, damn. Only got 30. Okay, and then one more and then we'll quit it. Wait, who does? Nope. Cheetah. I knew it was Cheetah. I didn't know it was Cheetah. I didn't know it was Cheetah at all. All right, so now we'll exit out. Oh, who was? Oh, it was Superboy. Okay. Is it Superboy? Yeah, Superboy. Okay. Just making sure. All right. And then you go through that and you get your rewards as you get higher and higher points. See, I was good at it. I got 200 points. I got all the rewards. So, I just had a bad time that time, but I had good times. Now, that's Guess the Identity from Batman. And then there's other rooms that I have not gotten the pieces yet to unlock. I can't wait to get them because I like this little bunk section. It's a lot of fun to me. So, those are the bunks. And actually, let me go ahead and collect all of my titanium on Quick Collect. So, yeah, I got 3,090 titanium and 350 equipment enhancement pieces. Yay! We're waiting on the rest of the gold and for the other equipment enhancement pieces. So, those are the bunks. That's adventures. Let's move on to the next area of the guide. In this part of the beginner's guide, I'm going to give you a quick, brief overview of the multiverse, because when you start, you're not going to see all of these globes. They get unlocked at different sections of the game as you go through. Convergence. Convergence is a place that you're going to have to do fairly often in the beginning, and you're going to want to check into it every day. Now, not all of these areas are going to be open at the same time or every day. You have here where you can earn titanium. Titanium is used to rank up your characters when you hit that certain threshold. So that threshold is, I think it's like 20, 40, 60, 80. When it, like, as it goes up, you'll rank up your characters, you'll reach that certain threshold, and you'll need titanium to rank them up above that. This is where one of the places where you can get titanium is only open on Mondays and Saturdays, though. You can get rare and elite, if I'm not mistaken. It won't let me get in right now. And elite character frags. These frags you can use to rank up your characters, but let's be real. If you're getting them for rare and elites, use them to rank up your epics and your legendaries. Don't worry. You'll pull plenty of elites. You'll pull plenty of rares. And honestly, you'll pull a lot of them and not use 95% of them. I have 4 elites that I have up to rank 8, and I have them there because I like them. I'm not using them a whole lot. Let's just be real about it. So these resources are used a lot for ranking up your characters. These are and I don't even know what they're called, to be quite frank with you. I don't know what their actual name is. I can go look them up real quick. I feel bad about it. I feel bad not knowing what they're actually called. Are they even here? Do I even have them here? Let's go. It's used to rank up your character's gear, to strengthen their gear. Equipment level required. It doesn't even tell you the name of them, but this is used to rank up the gear on your characters, which is very, very, very important. So this is where you get it from in Metropolis. Next, in Star City, these are used to rank up your reinforcements. This is inordinately important because with your reinforcements, which we'll explain later on in the video, or maybe we explained it before. I don't know what order I'm putting this in. Ranking up your reinforcements, I don't like the system that they use for it. However, as you start to unlock more reinforcements, in order for you to be able to unlock that reinforcement, you get the actual item you need to unlock it, but you need that item plus a previous reinforcement to be at a certain level. So this becomes very, very important when you're trying to rank up your reinforcements. I'll show it briefly. But for example, here, I want to unlock this one, the Throne of Kondak. I hope I said that correctly. But in order to unlock it, I need to have my double T, the tiger, Tawny Tonky. Sure, let's say that's the name. Up to level 160. I don't like that. That sucks. I have the item. Let me unlock it. But no, they want you to do that. And the same thing was for Talky Tawny. Sure, double T. Same thing was that. I had to have this one up to rank 105 before I could unlock double T. It is what it is. And I think I had to have this actually ranked level 90 before I could unlock this one. So this becomes incredibly important because you're going to use these resources to rank up your reinforcements. You also get them from Elseworld and other places that can be described later. But yeah, this becomes important. This is where you can get XP. Everybody needs XP, right? And that's just so you can rank up your characters all on their own from Fawcett City. So Central City is using hero characters so you can build your best heroes team Monday through Saturday. The Keystone City, which is where you're getting your character frags, that's a villain team, Tuesday, Saturday. This is the red trait, the mighty trait. So that's Saturday and Sundays. You can only build teams with the mighty trait. This one only teams with the agile trait, available now, which today is Thursday and Sunday, I believe. And then you also have the Fawcett City, which is going to be Fridays and Sundays, where you can get your XP, and it's only going to be tactical. So you can only use your tactical heroes there. So that is Convergence. Moving on to the next, Evil Falls. Evil Falls is actually a tremendously great place to get resources, especially in the beginning, because the bosses themselves are very easy is a strong word, but you can get past them relatively easily. Now, I'm not going to go into full details about each one of these characters because I have individual guides that I have done for each of them. At the release of this video, I mean, I think at least 2 or 3 of them are out, but by the time they've all been recorded, they just haven't been released yet. Just put it that way. But honestly, if you're seeing this video even 3 or 4 days after I've released it, it's probably out there now because I might even just do a video dump just to get all of my Elseworld tutorials out, all of my Evil Falls out, all of the digital universes out. So we'll see. But here is basically, you're going to go up against, and I will do it with Ultraman really quickly. You're going to go up against one massive boss. That's it. This boss will have special abilities. I'm going to just start this fight and let it go. This boss will have special abilities and special crime syndicate synergy, or not synergies, but passives that won't allow you to stun them, that won't allow you to put certain different controlling effects on them, like freeze. So you can't use it in that way. What you have to do is just build the team properly, which you'll see in the tutorial. Each one of them has recommendations of which team synergies you should use and which characters you should use. I would highly recommend following this very, very carefully. Maybe not necessarily for all the elites, because once you get to a certain area, you don't really want to put resources into elites anymore. And you can find reasonable replacements for the elites that they recommend. I think they do recommend the elites in the beginning because you're just starting the game and you're going to get a lot of elites. So, hey, plop in this Huntress into a level link, put her up against, I think it's Ultraman that Huntress is good against. and then just while out and try to take as much of Ultraman out as you can. But eventually, Huntress is going to be replaced by, I don't know, a Wonder Woman or just a better tune in general. So, in the beginning, especially when you're talking about the elites that are recommended for this and other content, do it, but not a little bit. A little bit. Don't do a lot. A little bit of resources. Honestly, it's better if you take your 5 epics, whichever ones they are, level them up, and then put the elites into the level link that you want to use them for this, because then you can always just take them back out and not have to waste the resources. Or worry about retraining them later and forgetting that you retrained them and had to move the gear back and. So I believe that is a good solution. We're going to see how much further we get here because I feel like we're about to die. There it is. 27%. We still at 27%, but he is level, what, 14? I didn't expect to get this high, actually, today. Yeah. All right, so that is Evil Falls. Now, we move on to War World. And what's going to happen is there's going to be a little cut right here where I explain to you Elite Arena and Arena. Be right back. So basically, if you've ever played some of these games, each one kind of focuses on a different area of where your character development is going to matter most. In my previous game, or the one that I liked the most, it was DC Legends, and it was in the PvP/arena area where you're building up the teams against each other. DC Worlds Collide has something similar to that. The mechanics are a little bit different, and how you approach it is a little bit different, but let's just go ahead and get into it while I'm out here just explaining what it is. Basically, every season, and I could read through this thing, but basically, seasons are 7 days. They reset after 7 days. You get your one-time rewards for the actual accomplishments of how high you go up, and then additionally, every week, depending on where you are, if you're a Grandmaster, Diamond, Platinum, or whatever, you're gonna get those weekly rewards as well. I think I gave you everything, right? Yeah. Oh yeah. This is something that I did not even realize until a couple of days ago. If your rank is Master 3 or higher, 50% damage reduction is granted to the start at the start of battle. 15% damage amplification at the end of every battle round. After the 5th round of battle, an additional 15% decreased healing is added at the end of every round, making it so that you just can't keep fighting for 400 hours. And then also, this you'll see when we go into it, you only get 3 free keys a day. I don't like that it's just 3 free keys a day. I wish it was just like the PvP quote unquote energy or keys just would regenerate themselves every hour or every 15 minutes. But like, cause I like PvE the most. The first 5 daily victories also award activity rewards. Result rewards are given at the end of the season. Okay, sure. That's fine. So here's where you will find the rewards. I've already gotten the tier ranking rewards, which I can't get again. We have the rankings, which I think if you get up to 1, these are one-time awards as well. And then you have the season rewards. So at the end of every week, depending on where you are, these are the rewards you're going to get. All right. So I'm going to go into a little bit of gameplay because honestly, this part of the video for the beginner's guide is just so I can play a little bit of Arena. So as I said, you get 3 free matches. You get these keys also from, and I can go out very quickly, also from this security plan thing. You can get keys here as well. I don't know if it's top or bottom. No, here we go. In the daily missions, I want to say it's the 3rd one. Yeah, you get 2 free keys anyway from completing these daily missions. So you're good. Is it not anywhere else? No, I think that was the only one, right? Yeah. You can also buy these keys in the base shop. Now I will say this: 30 seemed expensive to me at first, but then I thought about it in terms of the overall economy for the game, and it's not that bad if your goal is, and this is how I thought about it. Sometimes I would just want to play Arena on a game. I would cover my dailies. I didn't want to push forward for anything. I just wanted some, not mindless, but I wanted to be challenged in that specific way, trying to fight other people. Buying 10 of those keys, which I don't even know how many you can buy at one time. Oh, you can buy 15 a day. Okay. Buying 10 of those keys, 300. Let's say, wait, what? Why did it say 450 on the? Oh no, that makes sense. Sorry. Buying 10 of those keys, 300 is 1.5 pulls on on the regular old encrypted token, which gives you a 47% chance of pulling an uncommon and a 30% chance, if I'm not mistaken on that math, maybe more, maybe 33% chance, I'm not sure, but like a 30% chance on pulling a rare. 2 classes of tunes that are useless. So if it's a 60% chance, 70% chance of me getting an uncommon or a rare with 200 gems, paying 300 gems for entertainment purposes because I just want to play arena doesn't seem like a bad value to me. So that's how I kind of worked it out in my head. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad value, but collect the keys where you can. And this is kind of what I've done. I've just saved my keys, and it's only because, one day I just may want to have a ball and just play. And that's kind of what I wanted to do today. I'm just running out of time, but I just want to have a ball playing. Now you get 10 of these refreshes a day. I got a 836. You know what? Let's test me. Let's test me. Let's see where we are. Let's build a team and see where I'm at. From what I understood, this has been basically the meta of the game, which is Green Arrow, Lex, Wonder Woman. Lex and Wonder Woman are two best tunes in the game. However, with Lex's recent nerf, I don't know if he's going to hold on to that title of being as good as Wonder Woman. Zatanna also had a recent nerf. And then you have Constantine. Zatanna's still good, though. Zatanna's still good. This is a mirror match of my team, except for Superman. They have Constantine instead of Superman. I'm tempted just to run this like this. Wait a sec. We get our shields up. Wonder Woman goes. Green Arrow goes. They're going to try to melt through the shields. And then Superman on the detonation. Okay. All right. I kind of want to just see this go. Also, when you're doing this, once you start the fight, should I do damage reduction or increase damage? No, that's fine. Once you start the fight, you can also skip forward and just get past the fight if you don't want to see what happens or if you're just like in a rush. In this moment, we're going to actually watch this fight as my pen tries to fall off my desk. Okay. There's Lex. I thought I already saw this. Oh, because I'm on the PC instead of on my phone right now. Okay. Get him. Stun somebody. Or nobody. That's okay too. And Superman is stunned. Hot. Okay. Green Arrow stunned. Thanks for that. Thank you for that. All right, so Wonder Woman. We're not getting past their shields just yet. There we go. We got past on the back row. Still worried about the Constantine hit. Lex falls. My Lex always falls. Jeez. My Lex always falls. Can we get Superman to get his immunity up? And then, here's the other issue. I do not have Kid Flash, and I usually rely on Kid Flash for a lot of those heals. If I'm being honest, I think I myself would rather have Kid Flash on this team than Zatanna at the moment. Got him. All right, I don't think we're going to win this, but we're giving it the good old college try. I would love for his ultimate to go off right now. Okay, Wonder Woman's down. If we can get another ultimate off, we have a chance. Their Wonder Woman did fall. Oh yeah, they really changed the shielding effects of Lex. Yo, can we get Lex out the paint, please? And can we please get Zatanna a medic? Damn. Oh, that's that. Oh, that's that. Oh, that's that. Okay. Let's go for another one. Yeah, I'm glad I saved these tokens. I think today I've already done a lot of recording, so I'm not going to do what I originally intended with these tokens, which was to like just play for 2 hours in arena. But I kind of want to hit up again. But I will sit down and do that one of these days. Okay, Blue Beetle. He's supposed to be able to stop the crits and whatnot, which would be very, very bad for Green Arrow. I kind of want Kid Flash in over Zatanna because, yeah, stuff. That goes there. We do want the extra damage. I say that questioningly. Or do I want the extra heal? I kind of want the extra heal if we had Star Sapphire. Okay. Let's go. We're at 812. They're at 815. They have Hal Jordan, who has a good AoE ultimate. They have Wonder Woman, who also has a good AoE ultimate. They have the heals there from Kid Flash like we do. They have the shields there from Lex like we do. And they have Blue Beetle there to kind of reduce the critical shots that they take. Let's see how useful he's become with his recent buff. Rework, however you want to call it. He's stunned. All right, so. Let's see. Another Wonder Woman, we like it. Blue Beetle is still okay, he's up now. What? Ooh. I'm not worried about Blue Beetle's attack, honestly. He hits like a pillow. Like it's Charmin toilet paper soft the way he hits. Let's try to get another shot into Blue Beetle. Like even his like stronger. Maybe their Blue Beetle is weak. I wish they would tell us what level their Blue Beetle was, or what level like each of their individual characters are, because the way they're performing is kind of bad PR. Oh boy. Come on, can we what happened? Why is everybody's health so high again? Dang, can we get, there we go, more. I would love for a little bit more to go into Lex so he stops putting up them damn shields. And there goes Soups. And we lost. That's the end of it right there. Damn. Not even one victory. We're going to do one more fight and then call it a video. Or not call it a video. We're going to call it, this is the end of the section of the beginner's guide. Sorry, guys. But I'm used to calling it videos instead of being like, we're on to the next part. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I don't like those noises. Did we get beat so bad that it broke my computer? Okay. Don't like those noises at all. Hey. Don't do that. Don't do that. I kind of want to keep it in the 800 range. All right, one more reef, two more. I'll go to 5. There's a weird noise coming out of my computer right now. I don't even know what it is. Hold up. Yeah, there's a weird noise coming out of my computer right now, so I'm going to mute that for a second. I think it's actually LD player not liking the noise that's coming out of it. Let's just be real about it. All right, so we're going to try to refresh 2 more times. No, I kind of missed the music. Can we not? Nope, we can't. All right, so I'm gonna do 2 more refreshes. We'll do one more battle, and my computer's saying "Don no mas," or LD player saying "No mas." Boo. All right. Oh, I can't. 1 million? Nah. Oh. There we go. 855. We'll go with you. We're going to lose, but we'll go with you. Now, let's try to do this custom to them. Oh, all right. So you have Nightwing, who the first thing he's going to do is run out and stun Wonder Woman, because his stun works against the character with the highest attack. So thank you for that, sir. We have Lex here who's going to put up his shields. We have the AoE damage dealer from Wonder Woman. We have Cyborg here who also provides a shield and a cloak. And then we have Green Arrow for additional damage. First things first. Actually, should I go nuts on this? I'm tempted to just do like a bunch of stun characters and just hope for the best. Let's see. Because she is literally... Yeah, no, she's going to get demolished. So is he. I need to rank them up. All right. I feel as though Lex is not doing what I need him to do. He seems to fall so quick. Or maybe it's me and I need to put this on instead of the AoE. So there's reduced damage when he's actually going out there to fight. The Ultimate's Wonder Woman. Oh, the sound fixed itself. Okay. Kid Flash for the... I might put Kid Flash in front of Wonder Woman. She's going to hit into them, and that's going to be okay. But she's going to get stunned first by Nightwing because I think he's going to go first. Half of me wants to put Wonder Woman at the front, get the damage out there first, and then get the shields up. All right, I think I'm going to go with that. I don't think it's smart, but I'm going to go with it and watch us lose. And then we'll move on to the next section of the beginner's guide. And of course, we put silence on Kid Flash because, you know, that's useful. Wonder Woman gets out there, she drops down the hammer and does not crit a whole lot. Yay! That's fun stuff. And she's stunned now. Of course she is, because Nightwing stun on enemy teams lands every time. My team, maybe. If it feels like it. Oh. Okay, so let's get them. I mean, they have shields, they don't have heals, which is a plus. And suddenly those shields are a huge negative when their Wonder Woman demolishes our face. Okay. Can we? Nah. Because she has offense down on her. She has weakened. Boy, oh boy. Oh, this is a beautiful showing, isn't it? I'm tempted just to go do one more, like, just cupcake team just so I can redeem myself. Just so I can, like, get my levels back up. Which does not seem like the thing that they want from this game. I gotta be honest. Then I'm gonna pick a bunch of, like, cupcake teams and basically mow through them like this. I don't think this is what they want out of their game. So just throwing it out there. I don't think they want me doing this. Oh, you're challenging-ish. You might beat me. Let's see. Get your stats up. Defeated. I can't win for losing. I can't win for losing. Well, let's move on to the next part of the beginner's guide. So Elite Arena is where you can challenge. You have 3 teams that you can set up. So you set them up defensively here. I have this tick, but what you will do is go in and you will set up 3 teams and enforcements as you open up these slots. Now, you can take the approach, especially earlier on when you don't have such a deep roster, of just building the best possible teams you have with what you can. In this one, what you'll see is that I have all of them having the same trait. And it's all agile here, it's all mighty here, it's all tactical here. Now, a new season of Elite Arena has begun, and with the new season comes new rules. So these teams were of the old season, old rules. We have the new rules. I'm gonna read those now, and then I'm gonna build these teams. So that is the introduction to the beginner's guide, and now we're gonna just dive right in. Oh, actually, also. You'll see this when we actually deploy after I've built the teams, but you can tick this here. When you go into Elite Arena, and you'll see it when all this happens, there are 3 teams that you're going to face. You can slide the teams. It give you like 10 seconds. It's not a lot of time. You can slide the teams to try to match up. However, beware. If your opponent has ticked it to where it will just be deployed randomly, then you don't know what order that team is going to come out at you. So what's the point? You have to keep an eye out for that. So now what we're going to do is first read the rules for the season. Thank you to my DC Worlds Collide Oracle. When the team consists of characters from these 3 classes, which there's only 3 classes, tank, DPS, support, the entire team gains 20% amplification, 20% damage reduction. So basically what they're doing is they're just letting, and I think this is because of the global release, all the other stuff, just have the 3 types. Just have the 3 classes in any way you want, and that will give you the amplification for your team overall. Now I'm going to go in here and I'm going to build it, and I'm going to talk through my thought process for building these teams. Now, they forced us in the previous one, if we wanted that damage amplification and damage reduction, to build these teams based on traits. Now that I have the ability to just open up and just build them based on their classes, I'm going to wonder, there's a couple of approaches. You can take the approach of trying to build every team evenly. You can take the approach of trying to build, and we'll say one monster team, if you could build 3 monster teams, of course, of trying to build one monster team, and you can either put that monster team at the very end with the idea that your opponent is going to have their best team first, then second best, and then third, or the very front, just because you want best on best. Or if you do that random deployment, who knows where your best team is going to end up. So what I would like to do, and this is going to go like back and forth through different things, is I'm going to just remove everybody. And I'm going to try to lean into team synergies. So what I'm going to do here is, and if you want to know more about team synergies, actually, that is probably going to be in this guide somewhere else in a different section. But also check out a lot of my character guides, the characters that have team synergies like Superboy, like Batman, like Damian, like Green Arrow. I'll go into their synergies there as well. So with this one, there is a burn mechanic on Superboy's team synergy. And actually, you know what? We'll just go with the ones who have synergies for the moment. Just so I can decide what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to take Superboy's over. All right, so Green Arrow has a AoE team synergy. Lex has one for damage reduction when his shields are out. There's a healing team synergy for Kid Flash. There is a increased damage on burn detonations on Superboy. And then Ocean Master has one where the attack increases as more things block. Divine Fist, what's up? He says that he prefers the random option. I even saw the video where I did this. I just edited it. Where I was kind of, George was letting me know. He was like, you're going to hit that random option. And I was like, but I want to build it that way and have people do this. And I may be leaning more towards what you're saying in the sense of it might be best for me to make it random. So in any case, what I have done, and this is kind of, well, we'll just get into it. And I'll explain why I'm doing this team, and I don't know if I'll keep it or not, but we're gonna run this at first. And I have actually improved my Starfire. I've ranked her up recently. Would rank up Superboy, just don't have what I need just yet. And then Bizarro. My Bizarro is weak, and I would like to rank him up. Now, the one thing I do not like about this, and the one thing that we have to change, actually, is one. I'm trying to exploit the burn synergy from Superboy, which during battle increases detonation damage taken by enemies by 12% when the burns go off. Right. 2, Superman, Bizarro, and Green Arrow all have frostbite mechanics. So when we have Starfire, Superboy, and Superman laying down burrs, detonating, and that's an increased damage, we are also stacking frostbite with Green Arrow, Superman, and Bizarro, increasing other damage. Now, the problem with this entire scenario that I have right now, and I'm seeing it as I'm doing it, is Bizarro creates a massive imbalance to where we have a bunch of mighty. Green Arrow, his benefit there is the frostbite arrow, and I want to leave him in, but I think I'm going to take him out. Just because I'm going to try to focus on the burns more. However, this puts us in a position of, and the other reason why was because that means I was going to have 3 DPS. I was going to have 3 attackers, or damage dealers. So what I need to do is maybe put out someone who's going to support them. The reason I'm not picking Two-Face in this moment after having just done that read on the blog and thinking that he has an awesome lifesteal mechanic is because he's also mighty. And then on top of it, I need to have, this is all 3. I have a damage dealer here. I have support here. I have my tank. So I can put basically whoever I want in this spot. They just nerfed Lex. I want to save Nightwing for a different team. That's what I'm thinking on. So actually what I'm going to do in this moment is I'm going to marinate on this more and not talk through it anymore because I already know the second team I want to build or start to build. Nightwing and Ocean Master. Ocean Master has a mechanic of where every 4 times your team blocks an attack, he increases the attack of all allies by 4% up to a maximum of 30. So the more they block, the more attack they get. I did have Grodd in a block set, and I might go back really quickly and put him back into it. I don't like the fact that he's only rank 6, but I did have him in a block set, and it was an experiment to see if I could treat a block set like a defense set for my damage dealers. The reason why I'm putting him in now, and I may change it back, is the simple reason that now crit attacks you can block. Before you couldn't, and he was getting demolished. But now that you can block crit attacks, I'm tempted to put him in there. Now looking at it, we got a support. We got, also on top of it, Ocean Master has this awesome counter where if anyone gets blocked, he just starts shooting them a bunch of times. So having block sets out there is a lot of fun for him. Now, next, I have my tanks, I have my support, I need my damage dealers. Ooh. I'm tempted to put Wonder Woman in there because she is an awesome AoE damage dealer, and I'm tempted to put Kid Flash for the heals. But I'm not. Because they just gave a buff to Two-Face, and I want to see how it performs. Two-Face provides lifesteal now on his passive abilities, 15% lifesteal, and on the back row, he gives you 16% damage amplification, I think coming from rank 5. I think it's already there for him, if I'm not mistaken. So this would be damage amplification on the counter attacks from Ocean Master, and from the AoE that would be coming from Wonder Woman. We definitely want hers to go first. And definitely is a strong word, because there is a massive argument for putting Nightwing first, because on his ultimate, he targets the character with the highest attack and stuns them. And the more I say that, the more I think that Nightwing should be first. AoE attack second. We put out the weekend third. Oh, nope. We reduced the turn meter third from Gorilla Grodd, weaken, and then bleeds, which we're not really playing into the bleeds team. So this team actually looks like it's already complete. I'm going to add an additional heal to the back row, because despite the fact that we're having lifesteal isn't like the best thing in the world. It helps and it's nice, it's great, but let's go ahead and add this mirror here for additional heals on the back row. I need to also note that I'm going to go back and I'm going to put Gorilla Grodd in a block set, okay? Now, on to the next team. What are we going to do here? Well, who do I have left? I have Green Arrow left, I have Lex left, I have Kid Flash left, I have Penguin, I have Batman. Those are the characters that I mostly run with. And actually, I did that haphazardly, but I think I like this team. The synergy from Lex: during battle, allies gain 12% damage reduction while their shield is active. Kid Flash: all allies gain 20% healing received bonus. Now, the one thing that I will say is that I do like Star Sapphire, and they have given her a buff on her kit. And that makes me want to halfway put in Star Sapphire so that she gets that healing bonus and that she hits, and inevitably she hits harder. I'm staying away from that for the moment. We'll see if that comes up later. Because this ability is only active when the shields are up and you can punch through shields eventually, I'm going to take the guarantee of every time he heals, every time he heals, there's going to be a bonus. The other argument could be for such elites as like Black Canary, who gives a heal as well, which I'm tempted to do, but I'm not gonna. So as it stands now, Lex's shield are not what they used to be. However, let's do that. Let's do this. Okay, I think that is good. We have our damage dealer, our tank, and our support. We have heals with Kid Flash. We have the shields with Lex. That helps with our survivability. Green Arrow's our AoE attacker. We have single burst damage with Batman. Okay. Now going back up one. Grodd needs to be put back in his block set. But we have the heals and support. We have the heals from Two-Face, the lifesteal. We have our two tanks up here up front. We have the stun with Nightwing on his single target attack. We have the AoE damage dealer back here with Wonder Woman. Counterattacks from Ocean Master, turn meter manipulation from Grodd. If you can't tell, I'm trying to go for balanced teams. I'm not trying to play too much into just like one mechanic. We do have Lifesteal here from Zatanna. If I could think of anybody off the top of my head right now that grants Frantic, I would, and I might go back and check it out. Starfire, on every single attack she does, she lays down burn. That's the main reason why she's in this role, because we're focusing on the burn team synergy from Superboy. Superman, on his ultimate ability, he lays down 2 burns to every ally, or to every enemy. Suck if it was allies. And then Superboy also puts down 6 burns. I think 6 burns on his ultimate attack. I still do not know who I would want to put in here for this last spot. That's a risky one. And I'm going to say no. The reason I say no to that is because she needs heals. And lifesteal, the passive lifesteals do not count as heals that would add to her heal amount. So we have to remove her. We don't want to do Bizarro because I feel like that is too imbalanced. But it seems as though that might be the best bet. I really, really, really want a tank up front, if I'm being completely honest. And John Stewart is the same issue with Bizarro, which is they're both mighty. So would it be best if I did put in Bane? He gets an AoE stun out there. If they're not moving, they can't hurt you. However, I would like to have him ranked higher. I really, really would. Since I think he'll die relatively quickly, we'll put him there. And then, I mean, all my teams are around 650K. So I guess it's not as bad as I thought. So what I'm going to do is confirm this. And then I'm going to go put a block set on Grodd. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And now I have put Grodd in a block set. I'm going to put it so that the teams get done randomly when I'm on defense. That's fine. And then I'm going to run a few battles here. I am concerned. I'll be honest with you. I am concerned. I don't know how I got up to rank 6, but we'll take it. All right. So. Oh, that's how. Oh, wow. This is such a punch down. I think because the season just started over, there's not a lot of. I guess because we're all at the bottom rank right now with the start of the season. That only got me 4 points. But how am I supposed to elevate if y'all only giving me 4? I mean, granted, how many points should I get for that? But still, though. 251. Am I just running into the same dude over? And I'm sorry. This isn't what I wanted either. And we only get like, what, 5 attacks a day? Can we get like... Can I get a team that's not 1/4 my... Maybe not even 1/8 my size? Can we do better? Like, what is really going on? Yeah, I've won twice already. We see that. All right, challenge. It's the same person every time. And here's the thing, I can't change that. I cannot change that. This person is just getting a mud hole stomped in them by me every single time. I would love to hurry up and elevate out of this area of Elite Arena so I could actually like show some decent gameplay. I guess if this is the beginner's guides portion of this, I will try to do another battle. I will try to dig my way out of whatever the hellhole this is. I can't be ranked number 4 in the galaxy. Okay, this person's going to kick me in the face. All right, cool. I shouldn't have complained that much. It was listening. And I'm actually going to watch and see how they perform. Now, in this one, they're not... Oh, they are getting the bonus because they have 3 support, Cyborg, Kid Flash, and then Damage Dealer and Deathstroke, who is going to hurt my face right now. And then Superman as the tank. The Bat Cycle there is going to reduce our ability to heal, which we don't like that. Can you stun him, Bane? Probably not. Oh, you did a lot. That was a lot of stun. Good job, Bane. That never happens. Okay, I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And Kid Flash healed him, so it doesn't matter. How much burn do we have out right now? It looks like the only burn we really have. Oh, no, here comes Superman. He's going to detonate a couple. I mean, they did some solid damage. But Kid Flash is going to heal them all back up. And I would love for us to be able to get some heals off, but we won't because there's no Frantic out there. Thank you for the changes to Zatanna. Which means that I'm going to have to figure out how to build a Frantic team. But it looks like we're going to lose this one. Especially if Kid Flash is going to heal again before we get our chances to get any kind of other ultimate attack off, which I think he's about to do. Damn. I think Bane might be the weak link, but we'll see. We will see. It's only been 5 turns. It feels like so much more. It feels like we're taking so much abuse. Oh, we just dropped Cyborg. We are definitely happy with that. Oh. He just healed Superman. I don't like you. Yo, can we get another AoE attack from Superman real quick? Thank you. Appreciate you. Bye, Kid Flash. And game over for you. And invulnerable for Superman. Now, have we hit that yet? Oh, no, we hadn't. So we won. We won that one. Cool. I did not think we were going to win that. I thought we were done. All right, so for this one, the idea is block. I need to see Ocean Master go off. The block set is back on Grodd, so there should be blocks coming from him. Of course, Ocean Master is stunned because the Batmobile does that. We don't like that. Please stun some. Stun Flash, that is perfect. Blocks going into both of our tanks. Now let's see how this lifesteal works out with, look at all those attacks from Ocean Master. We love that. Heal up the back row. Thank you, Mirror. And now the lifesteal from, I'm trying to pay attention. Hold up. Yep, there's that lifesteal. There's that lifesteal. Thank you, Two-Face. We appreciate you. I will say this, though. Given the fact that Two-Face is the new Zatanna and that his lifesteal is better than hers, I'm tempted to put him on the front row, on the team at the front, and then put Zatanna back here so she has that extra support of the mirror healing as well in the beginning. They have so many buffs. This actually would have been a good place for Zatanna too, because she would be able to remove those buffs. So many buffs. Okay. There goes Grodd. Oh, Ocean Match took out Constantine. Oh, and we just lost our lifesteal, right? That's it, unless Wonder Woman decides she wants to just go AoE on everybody. Oh. Did we stun anybody? No, but Ocean Master is going to put out Weaken. Can we please kill Flash before we kill Nightwing? Damn, we're screwed. We are screwed. Oh my God, I hate. Oh, the hate. Oh, the hate. Oh, the hate. Oh, the hate. Oh, so much hatred. The most of the most hatred. Damn. We don't stand a chance against this team. This was over from jump. I don't even know what happened. We're on turn 2 and everybody's dead. What the hell was that? Oh my God. I don't even know what happened with the second team. I think that was just a bad matchup for us. Oh yeah, 192, 220, 180, 180. Yeah, that was just, they were just going to kick our, anyway. The second team hurt. Because if we could have gotten Flash down before Nightwing, we would have been all right. Oh, that second battle hurt, bro. Oh, that hurt. I was about to be happy. I thought we had it. Damn, man. Damn it. Okay, this is much more in line with what we have. I'm not changing the order. Okay. Lex will be the nuisance, punch through the shields, but he's been nerfed, so let's see if that nerf actually helps. I meant to remove Zatanna from this team and put her on team 2 and then put Two-Face on this team. We'll just see how it goes from here, though. We did stun Grodd, which will take care of that back row counterattack. Thank you, Superboy. Which will take care of that turn meter manipulation, at least for a little bit. Albeit, I don't know if his ultimate was going to come up first. Let's be fair about that. Okay. Okay. Look at number 1. We're number 1. Number 1. Wearing the crown. Okay. So, ooh. Is that wrong? Guess what? I do not care. Oh, when does this game move out? Sorry, I did not see your chat. That comes out, the game comes out on July 7th, just so you know. So it's coming out this Monday. And we are dying, but that's to be expected. They had Lex and Wonder Woman, and like I said, despite the fact that they did give Lex a nerf, I don't think it was the worst nerf in the world, to be quite frank, and within the 4 turns. I don't think it's the worst nerf in the world, if I'm being quite frank. But I can understand people being upset. They really, really, really want us to try to hustle and get cheap viewers. I don't want cheap viewers. I want real viewers, people who want to actually watch. I don't want to stream a bunch of people over here who don't give a damn about the content. No, go away. Okay, so, all the stuns from the, okay. That's nice. That was my plan, and now I'm lulling you into a sense of false confidence. You think you have control. I have the control. I mean, clearly. Look at Ocean Master do his work, though. I love Ocean Master in this game. I don't know what the counterattacks based off of blocks. I absolutely love that. Man, I love that. Oh, I love that so much. Okay. Hit him, he gonna hit you back. Oh, and they have an Ocean Master on their side too. Damn you. How dare you? I also have a block set on Bane, so on my Bane, and I bring that up because I think that they took the logic, not took the logic as in they took it from me, but they came up with the same logic of Bane has a very specific, if he loses a certain amount of HP, that he will trigger his something Venom. So I put him in a block set over HP set because it is easier with the smaller HP set. With smaller HP, it's easier to get that 8% than it would have been if you had a huge HP pool. And then the block set would kind of add defense to it just to like not make it too easy. And also have him retaliate with, or not have him, but have Ocean Master retaliate if he's on the team. Stop it. Let Ocean Master kill you. Or Nightwing stun you. Pick one. I really wish you would have stunned Constantine. Oh. Hell have no fury like a woman scorned, yo. All right. I've never really watched The Bride or never paid attention enough. Let's see what she does. Oh, I'm assuming they're going to go with the Red Hood team synergy. Not to mention the fact that Red Hood, I think, grants Frantic on himself, which may make him run well with Zatanna. So just trying to come up with a thing that will make Zatanna better after their nerf. So I don't know. I mean, Zatanna's may not be a nerf. Zatanna's may be a legitimate rebalance. I have to be fair there. Hers may be a legitimate rebalance. The Lex was clearly a nerf. And the reason I say rebalance is, they took some of the lifesteal away. They added a mechanic so you can kind of keep it, but then they also added more Dispel throughout her kit, and it's like, I kind of do want Dispel. I kind of do. I can see the benefits. So it's not like they made her better or worse. They just made her different. And it's just how much to the right did they move her, So it looks, I don't want to say it. Oh, is she someone who just comes back and kills everybody like Flash does? because I don't know her kit. I don't know the bride's kit at all. I just know that Flash did that to us not too long ago. Got him. Okay. Red Hood does that too, but not if everybody gone. Sorry, homie. Put you on a t-shirt. Okay, so. Do I get one more battle? I will say I'm going to alter the team and see if this does anything. I am going to remove Zatanna from here. I'm going to remove... He gives some damage amplification, though. And the damage amplification on Ocean... Yeah, no, never mind. No, homie. We put her back. And what we do is we're going to change the dadgum deployment. Deploy. That's what we're going to do. All right. And then this one, who do we want? Do we want the tank? This damages back row allies. This damages all allies and ourselves. The back row allies will receive 80%. 2 times equal to 80% of attack. Is that 160 total? No, it says equal to 80%. It seems like it's not that much. This one does 150 to all allies and 60 to us. And this would be on the team that has Gorilla Grodd and Nightwing. So I think it's okay. All right. Let's make sure the team synergies are all in place. Confirm. Okay. You like Superman without the immune. Do you mean when he goes into his invulnerability thing? All right, so do we get one more challenge? We do get one more challenge. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so the bride just does revive, but she didn't revive. Okay, this is a more even matchup for us. She didn't revive in that matchup, did she, Napo? I didn't see her do it. Okay. That's just funny to freeze the stunned guy. I just think that's funny. Sorry. I don't want to say it. Oh, and they do have an Ocean Master on that side. That extra bit of heals, and there's a Zatanna being here giving us frantic. That seems to be going over well. I would love she used her advanced attack again sometime soon, though. More burns. We like it. I think this one's pretty well in hand. I'm afraid that it's not, but I think this handles it. Zatanna seems to be providing them with enough support, including the mirror. I'm really curious about how removing the mirror from the second team is going to go. But we looked like we are in good shape. So I'm going to try to skip this one forward. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay. On to the next one. All right. I'm really curious about having removed the mirror. Are we going to be okay? I think we're going to be. And I mean, this is kind of a false equivalence. But like Wonder Woman hurts. Wonder Woman hurts, y'all. I don't think I'm breaking news on that, though. I don't think I broke any news. She hurt me deeply. Be honest, even if I changed it, I don't think it would have made a difference. That was over for us. I don't think that would have made any difference. All right, down to the last battle. Ooh, I really want Pandora not to get a turn. Ooh, please no Pandora. Please don't do nothing. Please. Don't do nothing. Okay. looking good. Are we gonna win this one? They don't have any real heals. They do have. They got the mirrors, okay, but they do have Raven there who will revive whoever fell. But then once she does that, it takes a minute. So it would be nice if we got everybody down evenly. Like we're trying to cook chicken. If we got everybody down like evenly, and then take them out, she revives the one, but then we can take out another and another. You know what I'm saying? Here's hoping. And we do have the AoE damage dealer for that. We do have Green Arrow. We're on turn 4, so we got plenty of time to get it done. If we can, took down 2. Perfect. If we can take out Raven net, game, victorious. Gotta be honest, I really, really wished Arena went a little bit better. Now, we're gonna pull back out Elseworld. I literally can't go into Elseworld right now, but I'll give you a little bit of an explanation and maybe even tap into it a little bit. But I will say this. I have an entire playlist of every single Elseworld that they have. Elseworld is basically themed on the 7 deadly sins, and you do get a credit that can be used in the Elseworld shop, which I will go over I have gone over the shop in a different portion of this video. But these credits here, the remnants of the 7 deadly sins, I think is what it's called. Yeah. Can be used to purchase these items here. I mostly use them for chests, to be quite frank. I don't even use them for the vehicle reinforcements. And all these epic characters that you can buy from it, I pull those anyway, so it's not really a chance. I just do use this whenever I need to rank up. Now, in Elseworld, this is the area where the level of the characters go up with the level of your tunes. However, the difficulty of the characters that you're facing also is in line with your roster, but they're giving you all the characters. Now, I say all the characters in the sense of you're not using your own roster in Elseworld. You're using a roster that is provided to you, and they have all the characters are going to be at rank 7 or rank 6 or rank 8 or whatever is necessary. And then you're going to go through it's a roguelike system where you're going through and you're deciding which path you want to take, if you want to recruit another character. And then after you've beaten a certain node, you're going to get one of the buffs to help your team keep progressing through the game mode. I genuinely feel like Elseworld is beatable every single day, straight up. From the beginning, I haven't lost at Elseworld. And even if you do, even if you lose characters or whatever, here's a tip. When you lose your characters, and you'll see this in my Elseworld videos, but I'm going to make it like very clear here. When you lose your characters, if you lose only one, Elseworld is an area where, unlike Digital Universe, you can revive the characters that have fallen. I would recommend this, though. If you have north of like 4 characters and you can put them into the next fight, do that. Do not use your adrenaline shot yet. What is the adrenaline shot? The adrenaline shot is this thing right here, which you get from like daily rewards. Oh yeah, so you get it from the security plan and you get it from the base shop. The base shop, they're not even that expensive, I don't think. And the security plan is just completing your daily missions. And you get like 1 or 2 every day. No, it has to be 1 every day because I have 16. So now why do I say don't use your adrenaline shot when a character falls? Because if it's just one character that falls, push forward. Use your other 5, 6, 7, whatever, until like 5 of them fall and it's looking like I can't get past this part. Then use your adrenaline shot, because one adrenaline shot recovers everybody. You don't have to use an adrenaline shot for each character that falls. So if I have a roster of 7 characters and I'm right at the end of Elseworld or somewhere in the middle, who cares? I have a roster of 7 characters and I've lost 1. I got 6 left. Even if the 6 I know aren't the best, and maybe they won't beat that team, or maybe they will and I keep going. Even if they don't beat it, the health for the characters in Elseworld, the enemies that you're fighting, is persistent, meaning the damage you do, even if you lose, that damage stays. So you might be able to hit it again with a second B team and take that node out. And maybe that B team even carries you through the next node. But then once you've lost those 5 or 4 from there, and you know you're just not going to go any further, then use 1 adrenaline shot to revive the 5 or 6 characters that have fallen. So that would be my little bit of advice on how to handle Elseworld. That's the biggest thing I took from it. Every other detail, the character showcases that you see up on my channel, that is where I go into Elseworld, and I literally used it as a way to figure out, oh, wait, I really like Deathstroke. I really want Deathstroke now. I still ain't got him. Supergirl, I do like using Supergirl. That is where Elseworld, where you can play with other tunes that just aren't on your roster. Let's see, Convergence, Evil Falls, Warworld, Elseworld. We're going to switch over to Crisis Watch real quick. Crisis Watch is basically a themed 3-star event. You have 10 stages where you have to, through each stage, you have to 3-star it in order to get the ultimate reward down at the bottom. Here you'll see, do they give me the name? Equipment Enhancement Part. That's a very basic name, the EEP. Where you get, and here's the other part of it too. And I cannot show you here because it has reset. You have different levels of difficulty that you can choose from. Hopefully I'll have a little bitty clip on. No, actually I won't. By the time this was released, I won't have a clip. But you can go to my Crisis Watch video that I did that was Harley themed. Each one has a different theme, and each one has a different condition on how you can go 3-star in those battles. So what I mean by that is for Lex, I'll show you the Lex one. For example, here, all units, allied units, are not inflicted with freeze more than one time, meaning a lot of these character freeze their enemies. Okay, I'm allowed to have that happen once in order for me to get this tick. Characters with Tinder, which is an element that happens within the game. I'm not going to fully explain that, honestly, because it's partially confusing. With Tinder, collectively decrease 20 stacks of the enemy's extreme coldness. To explain that really quickly, basically, if you use Burn, that removes extreme coldness, which is a special condition in this one part of the game. This one version of Crisis Watch has this one particular thing. I have not seen this anywhere else in the game. But if you use Burn, it removes, when you detonate burns, it removes this extreme coldness. For example, so each one of the Crisis Watch have a different, with the one for Harley Quinn, it is that you have to have the characters die from being stunned and then having Agent Waller detonate the bombs in their heads because they're the Suicide Squad. Agent Waller does not want them to be stunned. If you stun them 2 or 3 times, then she gets upset and detonates and kills them herself. And that one is kind of, okay, well, I got to balance damage that I'm going to do to kill them. I need to be able to stun them / control them so I can get Ms. Waller upset so that she kills them. I can't be the one to kill them, which creates a different challenge. It's very creative. I like it a lot, but it creates a different challenge that you have to get through. Now, so after the explanation, so each of the Crisis Watch has a different kind of condition in order for you to be able to 3-star that specific thing. Different than System Recovery in a bit, because System Recovery is only like either turns or character surviving. This one, they have very specific things and very specific mechanics, which is cool. I like it. It's a different kind of challenge. So that's Crisis Watch. And now we go to Team Up. Team Up, I think, is the last one that unlocks. And basically what you're doing is you're going to summon a character, and you're going to try to basically, and in fact, I'll do this real quick now, but I only run it one time. I want to add a simulation, okay? Unknown simulated character, current training levels. I will go to advanced because I have 5 attempts, and I should be able to clear an advanced with 5 attempts. So I order a simulation. Oh, yay, it's Wonder Woman. I'm going to rally, and I'm going to ask my friends and league members to help me with this fight. They can contribute, I think, 10% of the damage. And then I will go in here and fight. It is her as a mini boss versus one other, similar to System Recovery when you get to like the 10th node, right? Because Wonder Woman, hey, mighty, I want to run a bunch of tactical against her, which I don't have very strong tactical roster. So what we'll do is I did just level up Jessica Cruz. We're gonna remove all this right now for now. Zatanna, bet. Okay, these are the ones I'm most comfortable with running against Wonder Woman. We will slide you here, yeah, and we'll slide you here. And now I will go to my Mighty because Mighty has a neutral affinity matchup against them, and I'll put in my Superman and my Wonder Woman. And let's hope that they do a whole lot of damage. I don't know that I necessarily need Lex, but Lex does do a lot of call assists, so that's not exactly a bad thing. She dispels. I'm not too worried about damage. Maybe I should be, but I'm not. She dispels a lot of their debuffs. And then we will change this to, let's do some heals, because Zatanna's lifesteal is not doing what it used to. Bet. And then we go. It looks like they're only 391, so maybe this isn't going to be as bad as I thought. You always have to do the first battle, but then after that, you can just basically skip the battle and just keep going and going and going until you finish. So yeah, I'll show you guys that now. What I do tend to do is that I have it in my head, for some reason, don't ask me why, that I need to be able to beat the advanced simulations with 4 attempts. For those of you who have a higher roster and everything else that can beat it in 1, congratulations. For me, not so much. So I feel like I should get 20 to 25% per attack. And I'll do the math in my head. And if I'm at 25% or 20, then I'll keep it pushing, maybe move the ultimate order a little bit. But if I'm only getting like 10%, then I definitely need to change the order, maybe even put in some different characters to get more damage out there. Right now, we are at turn 4, and Wonder Woman has lost approximately 12% of her damage, or of her HP, which not a fan of. I would love for that number to triple. That'd be fun. I will say this too, and this is maybe me figuring something out. The burn attack detonation is kind of underrated, or at least I've underrated it. That stuff does damage. That does some real damage. All right, Wonder Woman, we would love for your AoE attack, please. And actually, here's the thing. I might be doing something flawed where I'm using Wonder Woman's ultimate attack. Might have been better to put Batman in here and do the single target damage, since this is a mini boss. That might have been the better play, and I may do that next. But when I do it next, I'll be able to just skip the battle. And Superman put down the burns, but he's not going to burn twice. That's the other problem. Is Jessica Cruz hitting pretty hard right now? Let me see Jessica Cruz do it again. Because I did just rank her up. I want to be sure that 51,000 ain't nothing to sneeze at. So we got right around like 21% damage. 13, I was way off. Oh, because they're counting Zatanna as well. Okay. So I don't like that. I want that to be better. I can go back in. I can come over here. I can replace Wonder Woman with Batman, for example, which I don't think is actually going to have a positive effect, but why not? Let's just do stuff. Put him up at the front. I don't feel like Lex actually did anything. Maybe I end up doing this and regretting it terribly, but I kind of want to put Wonder Woman instead of Lex, and I kind of want to put her up here. Kinda. We do skip battle, and we see I had 13%. Let's see if I get a higher percent now. Where we at? Got 10%, so it went down, actually. Went down. And I'm not singing that song, even though, shout out BA, going down. I said I wasn't going to sing it. Okay, so, be your number one with a bullet. Okay, we'll stop. The lyrics of that song made no damn sense. Anyway, all right, so let's see where we at. We want to have a tactical that goes into, let's see, you, Jessica Cruz, then Starfire, because I said that whole, burn fire thing good. Let's see if we can exploit that a little bit. Why not? Let's see what happens. But yeah, this is team up. And then if I can't get past it or anything like that, or put it this way, 31 on the back of 23 is going to be 9%. I am doing progressively worse. Apparently Lex was doing something, and I was wrong. So let's remove you. It's at 31 now, right? Let's remove you. Let's put Lex back in. We'll just put his shields way back there at the back, but maybe his call assist was doing work for us. Who knows? Let's see. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this in 4, guys. I don't see it happening. It's just getting worse. Now it's 10%. It's just not happening. Boo. But we'll go at it again later. So, who else can I go against Wonder Woman with? Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's see if I do this. Last one, last attack. And let's see if this is an improvement. Okay, and then we'll use his team synergy. Let's see what happens. Oh, only Starfire fell down. $62. There's a team I needed to use the whole time. All along, that was the team I needed to use. 62. All along. I needed to put Superboy in. How much do I need to do for this? Whatever. I'll just say it's for the content and not for my ego. Definitely not about my ego. What are you talking about? Should I move her here? It was at 62. I always forget the numbers. I don't know why. I get distracted. There's my 21%. There's my 21%. We do this one more time. Give me one more for 50. 100? Y'all know I'm just trying to make that. Y'all suck. All right. Just because I want to show you guys the rewards. And they're falling. So we're done. If I'd done this right the first time, it wouldn't have even come to that. But whatever, dog. Okay, and so then don't forget your rewards up here. We got our equipment thing. Equipment enhancement part. Why is it I remember remnants of the 7 deadly sins, but I don't remember equipment part. Equipment enhancement part. And then I got my gems back. Ha ha. Albeit not really a ha ha. I ended up with a net 50 crystal profit. But that is team ups, and that explains the multiverse. Hopefully this was helpful. Let's move on to the next part of the guide. Okay, so now to the Hall of Justice. The Hall of Justice has several things that happen with your league. Your league is what they call alliances here, and I've said it before. I'm glad they picked league and not clan. I'm not exactly comfortable with clan. So basically, in your alliance shop, you have this gallery trade, mercenary, league info, which is just how you get your league stuff. I'm not going into that. Your league challenge, and then your league shop. We've already discussed league shop in the shops. This is where you're getting that currency from. Gallery trade is where I'll go to next, just really quickly, because it goes into the archive. Now, the archive itself, I love these character files. They have profiles and bios on each character. And the bios themselves, you have this short version of it, or you have this long explained version that I really, really like. It, for a person who loves the comics, like love the comic book characters themselves, I really appreciate like the work that they put into this. Not to mention the secret records. I think I have them for Diana, where you have others refusing slaughter. Diana, I cannot. Like these types of like touches, I really, really appreciate. So I do really like the character guides, the character files that they put in here. The gallery is where you gather different pieces from different areas of the game. Sometimes it's from the security plan, I think is that daily thing that you get going through. You can get them there from the daily boxes. In fact, we can just show it real quick. Here, security plan, and you'll get on your daily missions, you can find it here, right? There's going to be one piece there. And then these are actually how you unlock the secret records for the characters in the actual character guides themselves. So character files, when you go to character files, you see that I have these secret records unlocked. That's where I'm getting them from, that daily bonus. And doing that, here's a small tip. Doing that in the beginning, what you want to look for is character records, secret records that only have one. Because the second you unlock that one, you get this chest, and that's 50 gems. And that does not go up or go down based on whether they have one of these or three of these. You're only going to ever get 50. So what I did was and I still do, I go through and each one that I've unlocked that only has one secret record, I go ahead and I do that so I can get those 50 gems. The ones that have two or more, I skip. I think now I'm on to the two or more ones. I think I've gotten all of the ones. And so now I'm on to the two or more ones. That's why you see Wonder Woman. But before, I was only doing it for my favorite characters. Now I would say just do it. Go back and do it for the characters. Start from the bottom. Do it from the characters that have just one secret record. Unlock that one. Get your 50 gems off rip. Next, going back to the gallery, which is where I initially started in the first place. You get these pieces to complete this image. You get 9 pieces. And the reward is going to be Oracle system that can be placed in background. Oh, sorry. They're different things that can be placed in the different bunks of the characters. I think there's different rewards though. Yeah, there's 200 gems here. That one's a special one because I was used to seeing like the 200 gems. This goes into the Batman where he has a picture of his family. So there's different rewards, but the main ones that I saw were gems. Oh, secret letter that goes into Damien's room. Or Batman's room. Hey, different other kind of superficial things. Okay. Sorry. The reason I'm surprised is because everyone that I saw only had 200 gems. That was the first time I picked one that had like a different thing into it. So that kind of threw me off. But the reason why I go into that is because you can gather these pieces through different areas of the game, through different rewards. But here's where I have like extra fragments, where I have duplicates. In your Hall of Justice, under Gallery Trade, you can, if you have the missing piece, trade for the piece that you need or a piece that you need. So you can give some and say like, look, I need this piece and I'm willing to give up these 3 pieces. You put that up there. The person says, all right, fine. I have this piece. Give me one of these 3. And then they go for it from there. That can help you complete those for the superficial rewards and the diamonds. But I haven't completed one picture yet. I've been playing the game for quite a while, about a month, a little bit over a month. So I wouldn't concern myself too much with that. What I would concern myself with is the Mercenaries. Now, I am in a weaker alliance now. That is because I'm building my own, or a weaker league right now, because I'm building my own league for the folks that I have from DC Legends, other things like that I'm inviting to a league that I will make on global release, or probably just before global release. Reach out to those guys. In this section, what I can do is I can take, and they're going to benefit from this a lot. Y'all better love me. I have put my 3 strongest, but I can cycle in and change it. I can put my 3 strongest characters in there. And in this mercenary system, what you can do is if you're stuck at, well, I'm stuck at 23, 27 right now. If I was in a league where I had more in-game players, I would go to the league mercenary and I can hire one of these characters to help me get past a section. So apparently I did. Maybe I did. Helped Alex EF clear main stage 530 because you got to hire one of your league mates' heroes. That's pretty big. I would definitely be exploiting this more if I had anyone who had character. But as you can see, like my team is lower levels or whatever they started after me. So it's lower leveled characters that they're having me hire. So I don't really use them much. I put these in there. Hopefully they get a lot of good use out of it. And that's what I'll do for my new league when I create it. Now, the league challenge, they have changed the league challenge a bit, where now you can actually farm league challenge tokens in order to unlock more elite and rares. However, in this, every 2 days, there is, technical attack deals 4,000 repel damage to challenge boss. Triggers when stability reaches 100. Now, this is going to unlock, the Boom Tube boss is going to unlock in 16 hours. They unlock basically every 2 days. Here you have a horde of parademons that you have to attack over and over and over again. You have a main boss at the power plant you have to attack over and over and over again. And then you have the Boom Tube. I can show you these 2 very quickly. I'll show you just like the start of it, and then I'll go back and show skip battle. But here you put up, and they do give you recommendations. And in this one, the recommendation would be use characters with AoE attacks, and burn does help. So I will take Lex out. I will put Wonder Woman there, and I will put Starfire in there to get the burns, because apparently these characters, from what I read, I think you guys saw, if you saw my video on the changes that they made to the game previously, that whole big news update that I did forever, you'll see that they also mentioned that these characters, these parademons, do not like burn. So we will go in like this. I don't know if it's going to give me a higher score or not, but you rank them up, and what you'll see very quickly that I'm able to melt through them, and then another horde will come that will be slightly stronger, and then another horde that's slightly strong, and another horde that's slightly stronger. So they'll just keep going and going and going until finally they beat you, and then the resulting points, that's your score. And you can, let's knock some of them out real quick first. So then you'll see, okay, boom, here comes the next round of them. This is why you would like to have characters with AoE damage. And like I said, they apparently do not like burn that much. There's going to be more enemies that are coming about, but boom, AoE damage, we cleared that wave. I would love to have a green arrow AoE attack right now, but I ordered it in this way because I'm weird. Honestly, because I want to see how the burn attacks help. Boom. And then here comes the next one. Now, after Wonder Woman does her thing on the screen and gets rid of all that wave, then the new wave comes. What you can do, after you do the first one, which I've already done my first one, I can hit skip battle. Like with Evil Falls, like with a lot of them, I love the skip battle feature. And it'll go ahead and calculate how much you would have made in that simulation. Oh, it would have been up by 200. Okay, cool. Now, this is also the same style for the boss himself, or this power plant boss. You want a different setup here. You're going to use single target more often than you're going to use AoE, because you're only targeting one dude. They do recommend shields. They recommend Jessica Cruz. Yep. See, so I put in the recommendations. I did keep Kid Flash. Maybe I remove him and put in another single target. Put them in there. Wonder Woman is kind of not a good choice here because of the AoE, but we are going to rock with it. Let's put that over there. And I'm going to skip battle here, because you'll see it's the same deal. You beat him down, and then his health just jumps right back up to 5x. I did no better at all. All right, so, and that is basically the league fight. You have a higher priority for each sector. Your final score comes back out here, and then once you hit this limit, you get increased rewards, and you move up levels in your league. So here are the rewards we got now from doing the 49,000 personal battle. And you'll just see the rewards down here. This is the one thing that's kind of weird, but you have your XP, these chests that you can open later, your titanium. All right, so those are the league challenges briefly. I'll do a full video guide on that. And I think, and this is fun. I like this as well. Every day you get a daily quiz, and now it's starting to get repetitive. I think I've seen all of the quizzes that they have, but when you get this correct, you will get 50 gems. So I do like those daily quizzes. Be sure to get in there, because that's also part of one of the things you need to complete for your daily missions. So that is League, and be on the lookout for the video that goes more into depth into League Challenge. I'm kind of being skimpy on it now because, as I said, like that news block thing came out and they've changed some of the rules and some of the approaches to it. So I want to get more in depth on it and research it more before I actually do a full-on thing here. But that gives you a general idea of the battles you're going to face. So let's get to the next part of the guide. Now, I've already mentioned that in the digital universe, you will be able to, mainly this is where you're going to get the pieces you need in order to unlock your reinforcements. You see the mirror there, you see the bat cycle, you see Double T, because I don't know how to say his name. You see, I think it's the chair of Condor or something. And that I've actually gotten the last one already, and I'll be done with Digital Universe relatively soon. And then the other reinforcements that we will go talk about can be unlocked in events. Now, what are reinforcements? Reinforcements are these things here. When you are battling, let me try to find a quick battle that we can get into to show you. Or actually, I can even show it to you in Elite Arena when I go to defense. So, or actually, it would have been better to show you in Arena. Forgive. All right, so on my Arena defense, your reinforcements are here. These, I guess, characters, I don't know what you want to call them exactly. These entities come out at different stages of the game, and they only get to be used once. I've unlocked all 3 slots. You'll start off with just 1 slot unlocked, then 2, then 3, obviously. These are the 3 here that I got from the digital universe, starting with the Bat Cycle and that very first one. Second is the Mirror. What is it called? Mysterious Reflection, and then Double T, the Tiger. This this Batmobile is an event that starts off in the first 2 weeks. If at least that's what happened for me. The first 2 weeks, you can gather points by unlocking epics, leveling up epics, things of that nature. And then as you go through, it was relatively easy for me. I think it took me about like just under 2 weeks to do it with consistent gameplay. I was able to unlock the Batmobile. This tank was a special event that they have. I don't know when they're going to do that event again, but basically it was like a 1 week event where you had to unlock puzzle pieces. That one was not as easy to get in terms of free to play friendly. Let's put it that way. Now these reinforcements, and actually this is better to display what they are now that I look at it and what they can do. Provide different skills for each one. The main one for this tank, just to give you like a brief overview, is that when it rolls out, it does 150% damage to all the enemy on the other side. They do, and I haven't seen it not say this, but they adopt the attack power from the highest, from the character with the highest attack. So this 150% is going to be 150% of the attack from the highest attack tune. So if Wonder Woman has the highest attack, then this tank is going to match that attack when it goes for its 150%. Problem with this one is that it also does 100% damage to your own team, the front row at least. With this Batmobile, and I want to level it up as well, it does attack 4 enemies. It gives 5 missiles and then 6 missiles as you rank it up, and has an increasing chance of stunning with one of the missiles on this level 3, and then another chance to stun on one of the levels for this when you rank up to level. When you get to level 5. But in the beginning, when you first get it, it sends out 4 missiles, and there is a chance, I think it's 15%. 15% chance of one of those missiles or any of those missiles inflicting a stun. When like 3 stuns go out, it's so nice. Double T, we won't say the name, does damage on the back row and applies bleeds. The Bat Cycle actually, and here's funny enough, the Bat Cycle is key in certain areas to defeat them and get past them if you're trying to get a certain star level or if you're just trying to make it through. Characters that give shield or heal, whenever you are like, wow, they keep healing up, plop in the Bat Cycle. The Bat Cycle gives decreased heal, which is kind of a buff that says you're only going to be able to heal or give so much shield, and then it stops it. That is tremendously useful when you're trying to deal with those self-healing shields all over the place teams. And then this, the Mysterious Reflection, applies sturdy armor, as you can see, and also gives you a pretty big heal in the back row. So for the back row of your allies. There are others that we can go look at very quickly. We'll back out. Boop, boop, boop. And I have done a full like reinforcements guide. So this is going to touch on it briefly. If you want the whole thing, you can go there. And actually, it's not even that long of a video. So here we go. You have the elites here that we already have, these 2. These are also other reinforcements that you have to get through special events, okay? So I haven't touched those special events. I have not seen them yet. I'm not able to unlock them, but they do tell you what their actual purpose is, what they do, and then how to unlock them. I need to go to a special event in order to get the parallax piece, which that event doesn't exist right now. All right, next up is one of the things that is the most annoying is this. I am able to unlock this chair, but however, I cannot unlock it until the previous Double T is up to level 160. In fact, all of them so far that I have had to deal with, one of the conditions of unlocking the new reinforcement is that the previous reinforcement has to be at a certain level. So that's a downside, but that is one thing to be aware of. Now, when you come back, come back here. Technology. As you rank them up, you will earn these tech points. You can use these tech points to unlock different things along with your reinforcements. So for example, here, this unlocked the deployment second position. So I was only able to do one at the beginning. I used the tech points to unlock this, so now I can do 2 reinforcements in one battle, and then so on and so forth. You see here where it's increasing HP, it's going to increase attack. What is this increasing? Attack mode. So damage amplification. That's nice. So that includes crits. And then also deployment of 3, and you can see the rest as you go along the map. As you earn your tech points, you will be able to further unlock all of these or level them up. However, these ones right here, let me see. It doesn't show. Oh, here we go. To get this one to advanced position technology 1, 2, I need to use 3,000 gems. It's not going to let me get away with it with points. That sucks. So that is like a very, very, very brief. Oh, and additionally, I think I've already told you this, but these are the currencies that are used to level them up. So right now, my main focus is leveling up double T, so I can go ahead and unlock the seat of Kondak. That's what it is, Kondak. All right, so, which I'm probably still saying wrong. So those are the reinforcements. Very, very briefly, if you want a little bit more detail, but not too much detail because they're kind of straightforward, then you can go to the other video. However, moving away from reinforcements, we're looking at something else that is kind of centered around gear, and I will touch on gear and artifacts very briefly. However, there is a gear guide that I have. I feel like this entire like beginner's guide, I'm like just saying, hey, there's another guide that I did about this, right? That's not what I'm trying to do. But in any case, we'll touch on artifacts. Artifacts do unlock for individual characters at rank when they hit rank 8. Once you've hit, I think it's past level 20, 30, when the actual artifacts themselves unlock. I can search for an artifact here. I did buy a card so I could search for one of them. I would love to get one of these. However, the first you get is this one here, or at least I think everyone does, Enhanced Spear. And it does provide stat bonuses to the character that you have this attached to. Right now, mine is attached to Superman, so he's getting a defense, HP, and attack bonus. Once I go up one tier, then at the tier 1 talent, he's going to get plus 6% on his health, and then tier 2, he's going to get plus 6% on his attack. I'm not going to do this now, but you can use these, and these were the pieces that we talked about in the shop that you can buy. I don't think buying them in the shop provides a tremendous value. I'll leave that decision up to you. I could theoretically do it. I've maxed out the green here, which are the lesser of what, in fact, what are they called? Yeah, so basic green cell energy. You have the rare blue, and then I guess it's the elite, ultimate energy cell. I've already like maxed these out for this to get up to the next rank. I need to I need 9 plus, so I need 11 more to be able to rank this up. I'm thinking about it. I probably won't. However, with this card that I have now, I can pull, and I wish they would show me the pull things here. Probabilities. So I have a 2.5% chance to get one of the epic artifacts, 9.5% for a rare, for an elite. Then we have 18% for rare, elite artifact fragment, 10.85%, rare artifact fragment, 18.9, and then also for item pools. You can see I don't want to like just read a bunch of numbers out to you, but I think you guys get it. So those are the probabilities that I have for pulling one of these artifacts. I would love to pull one of these epic artifacts. I don't see that happening. But I bought this from the League Shop just so I could try to pull it now. Because to be frank, I haven't really focused on artifacts that much. As they've come, I've taken them and added them. But I literally have one artifact on Soups. And now they've given me this thing, which is completely useless because I already have that maxed out on the one artifact that I have. So maybe I can use it next time, guys. Maybe next time. Let me see here. We do auto enhance because we already have 7 of these. Auto enhance there. So I would only need 11 to get up to the next level. Times 6. That takes the rest of these, and I kind of want this for my gear. There's no other place to get it, right? Just to double check. Just to double check. Because I am tempted now. I think I will just wait. team ups, I could do a couple of team ups, and I might do that when this video is over to farm this a little bit, but I don't have enough of the purple, so we'll get to that at another time. So those are the artifacts, and you'll see here over here on Superman that the only character that I have it like actually equipped on, which maybe I should move this over to Wonder Woman. Yeah, he has his defense benefit, HP benefit, his attack benefit, and I would like, albeit, you know what was funny? This artifact is probably better for him since it gives HP and he's supposed to be a tank. If the attack was the next one, then I would probably put this on Wonder Woman. So there we go. Now, as we're looking at this gear, we might as well get into this gear. This gear comes in different sets. Now, one of the things I wanted to say is, like I said, full video on this, but we will give you, yo, what's up, Damien? #1 with a crown. Sorry, guys, but yeah, I'm on stream. One of the homies just popped into the chat. Okay, so gear. As you will see, I am happy so far with the gear that's on my Superman. The thing that I'll say that's a cautionary tale about the gear is this goes into arena and PvP stuff. And it kind of affects you in Elseworld. The way that your character is built does not mean that that's how that character is built that you're facing. So, for example, if I wanted to be sure to get, and in fact, we'll go over to one that I do have this for. Kid Flash. Kid Flash works out, even though they just nerfed his advanced attack for the dumbest reason. I put a bunch of speed gear on him. Why? I want his turn to get out there fast and relatively frequent. So he has a heal on his advanced attack that was much better the day before yesterday. On his advanced attack, where he's going to give, it was 195, but he's going to give 120% of his attack in terms of heals. I want that to come around as fast as possible and as often as possible. So I put him in speed sets to make him move faster, right? Now, I've also done this heal crit set, which means that there's a chance that the heals will be larger. The full details behind it are usually, and let's go into it because then I can just show you the categories of it. Replace. Boom. There you go. Attack sets. Attack sets I tend to put on. We'll push you over here. There he is. Batman. Attack sets I tend to put on single target damage dealers, because I want their attacks to be higher, and I do want them to crit. That's why the crit set comes up next. But I want their initial attack, since they're targeting one, to be a guaranteed higher amount. When it comes to the AoE damage dealers, when we look at Green Arrow, which I finally did it, I use the crit sets because they're going to attack hopefully 5 characters, which gives you more of a chance to crit. Literally on the AoE attack from Green Lantern, that is 15 attacks. So that's 15 chances to have crit shots. There's going to be multiple crits that happen there. HP sets tend to be for your tanks. That's what I tend to use them for. Unless there's a character that has a heal that's based off of their HP, then of course I want to increase that pool. However, same thing for the tank sets themselves. I have been more recently putting block sets on them. And actually, now that I mention it, let me go over here to Grodd and make sure that Grodd is in a block set, because there is not a defense set in this game. So I'm trying to use, and I have this improperly set up, which is a great opportunity to explain why it's improper. I'm going to take this and put this on Grodd so that I can rank this up a little bit to have it match that defensive area. I don't know if I have enough gold for it. Let's see, I probably don't. Nah, I need a little bit more gold. But I would rank that up to get this benefit here of the increased defense. Next, you need to have 2 pieces to count as one set. You only get benefits up to 2 sets, so 4 pieces. So the problem I have right now is that I have 5 pieces of block on him, which means I'm only using 2 sets, and I'm not getting any benefit from the HP that I have on. Not any, but I'm not getting this extra benefit of the HP bonus that I would like to receive. So what I'm going to do now is look through the HP sets and try to find an HP piece that I want to put on him, whether that's a headpiece, a helmet, shoulder piece. No, we'll leave that. Body piece, no, we're going to leave those as well. Plus his is like the highest rank that isn't one of the epics. The belt. Now the belt here I have is ranked up +10. I would like to keep that. So I'm going to look here and see if there is a piece here, HP set. It has been ranked up. It gives me the same amount of crit. It gives me slightly less defense, but I'm having increased HP, and then I can also exploit that. Last thing I'll check is this one. Oh, look, we have a 5 ranked that gives an increased block of 6%. I'm trying to put block on Grodd anyway. It's also an elite piece. I'm looking at the other tunes, and this is one of the benefits. I can look at other characters and say, like, okay, so should I put this on him? Theoretically, I should probably put this on Lex. However, because of that block percentage, I really do want to put this on Grodd. So now, as you see, now I get the 3% plus HP bonus benefit from having these two, and now I have the 5% and 10% from having the 4 pieces of block set on him. So that block set, like I said, I use it as defense because, and we can go to Nightwing, he illustrates this better, because when they do block, they don't block the full thing. You're not blocking like the full amount of damage, but what you are blocking is like a section of the damage, which to me just speaks of a defense set that they don't have in this game. They don't have a defense set. So I'm using this as a defensive set. It's going to reduce the damage that I'm taking. On top of it, Ocean Master has this crazy counter that I like to use a lot, but we won't go into character details. You can just check the individual guides for that. But I am using this block set as kind of like a defensive set, meaning I'm thicker, so it's harder to take me down. That's a different way for you instead of using HP. Let's see. Heal set I've already explained, that just increases the amount of heals you get. It's like a crit chance of doing it. It's not necessarily like a automatic thing. It's just there's a critical chance that you're going to have a higher heal. Speed set we've talked about. I think that's it. Crit sets on AoEs, HP and block typically on your tanks, speed and heal set. Well, heal set obviously on your healers. Speed set on any character where you want to try to get one of the buffs or one of the stuns up there faster. So Star Sapphire, for example, she's in a speed set because she has a stun on her advanced attack. It's the first thing she pops off and does. That's what I want to go out and hit the field first. Go out, she stuns one enemy immediately. That's why she's in the speed set. Zatanna's in the speed set because she puts out, now it's just frantic. It used to be frantic and sturdy attack, I think it was called, a strong attack. But now she just puts out frantic in the very beginning. Put her in the speed set so that way her advanced attack goes first before everyone else, gives everyone frantic. So now my team is hitting harder because that buff is out earlier. So those are gear sets, very briefly explained. I think that is all I wanted to say. Attack on your single damage, crit on your AoE damage dealers, HP, block on your tanks, speed on your buffers, control characters, also debuffers, and then heal on your healers. Albeit, let's put this real quick out there. Heal set, the increased heals, all that stuff does not trigger with passive heals, aka lifesteal. If you're doing lifesteal, that is not related to the heal set, just so you know. All right, so let's get to the next part of the guide. That was the beginner's guide. I hope you found it helpful. I'm aware, like, that was 3.5 hours. It was so much. And editing it too. This is on the back end of me editing it and everything else and putting it all together, adding this outro. So thank you guys for watching so much. I hope you found it helpful. Again, check the comment section. There are tons of smarter players who are willing to put their comments below on what they think. So read through those comments as well. I'm going to be putting out as many. I have a lot of videos out. I'm going to be putting a lot more out. So just stay tuned. Please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe and dislike. I'm okay with that as well. I'll see you guys next time. This is me explaining the results of my impatience in the shops. This is going to come before the actual shop explanation because I'm recording this ahead of time because I was telling the story on stream and I feel like, I should put this in the beginner's guide. Now, we have a DC Worlds Collide Oracle named George. Hopefully George is going to keep rocking with us, but he's been playing the game for a lot longer than I have. I've only been playing for about a month. He is a free-to-play player as a challenge to his own ability for resource management. That's one of the fun parts in the game. I'm not quite that dude. Like, I spend my resources relatively quickly, not on stupid things, but pretty fast. And this is an example of where I was literally going to spend money because of my poor resource management, And then I took a breath, and then the Oracle spoke to me and said, don't do it. I didn't do it, and I still got the job done in that moment, okay? So basically, here's where I was impatient with my resources. I had something like 450 elite frags, and for ranking up, I had enough. Oh, you need 80 now. Yo, I had enough to rank up Penguin to level 3, which is, or level 8, as you can see, he's rank 8 now. And I had enough to take up, I forgot about this one too. I had enough to rank up Jessica Cruz up to rank 7. As you can tell, I did it. And I had enough to rank. I went nuts. I didn't even. I only told about the 2. I forgot about the Jessica Cruz. I went absolutely insane. I also ranked up Starfire to rank 7. I was so. Oh my gosh, I was on one. I think I even wrote them down. Hold up a second. It was Jessica Cruz. It was Penguin, and I forgot about the Starfire thing. Yeah. So I ranked up 3 characters yesterday, based purely on the fact of I was stuck here in the main story, 2315, and I was just grasping. They won't even let you go back. I was grasping at straws because I wanted to just rank up characters and try to go at it. The characters I ranked up, I don't regret, because I do like Starfire. I do like what she brings to the table. I do like Penguin in certain situations, and he runs well with Poison Ivy. And ranking up Jessica Cruz to rank 7 so far seems to make her perform better than I expected her, or better than I saw her previously. Previously, I was upset. She's one of my favorite characters, and she just was not doing well. Rank 7, she seems to be doing better. This creates a problem, though. I had Wonder Woman at rank 7. How did you get her to rank 8? You'll see in a second. I did not have enough of her frags, her individual frags. I needed 60. I had 25 plus, let's go over here to the actual inventory, plus 18 of these, which would have been just under 25 or just under 60. I was looking forward to the Elite Arena resetting. I thought that the Elite Arena was going to reset yesterday or the day before, and it didn't. And then I read some stuff on Discord where they were like, they're not going to reset the Elite Arena because of global release. So I'm not going to be able to farm any of these Elite Arena tokens. I took that to mean, oh, I have a week. So what I'll do is I'll just rank up these other 3, Penguin, Jessica Cruz, and Starfire. And then I'll just get those elite frags back in the next few days. And by the time the Elite Arena is open, I'll be able to get Wonder Woman. Problem being is that it did reset. It reset today. So I had the resources to buy this 2 times. 2 times, because I did well in Elite Arena, and I got enough credits to buy 20 of her frags from this store. However, at that point, I only had like 150 of the elite character shards, and I needed 320 in order. It says 500 now. Lord have mercy. It says 500 now. And I needed 320 at the time, and I had 153, I believe. Not enough. So what I was about to do was and then side note. What I was about to do was basically go through the store and try to find the deal where I could pull a bunch of these super encrypted tokens from them to get that rank up. I was literally, finger was on this button, and I was like, this won't even be enough. Maybe I'll get more than one. And then the spirit of our oracle spoke to me and said, don't do that. Don't do that. Why? And here's the thing. It's not a good value either. If they had made this like $7, I'd have bought it. It's 15. And I was just like, I was thinking about, I don't want, and then I didn't, because the oracle spoke to me and said, don't. Make it happen. Now, the reason I could make it happen was, one, I did have, part of the reason why I was able to replenish some of my tokens here was this one. Was because I already had 6 from my dailies, from the security pass, from all the other stuff. I had 6 of those regular tokens, right? So I went into the store and I bought, I had 800 gems at the time, something around there. I went into the store and I bought 4 of these. Why? This is superstition. I feel like you should pull 10 if they give you 10 instead of one at a time. There's no logic behind it. It feels right. I can't say that it just feels right for me. There's always these stupid little superstition things that you have in the game of Marvel Strike Force. One of the other ones is that if you want to pull 100 character shards from one of those orbs, you need to go pull some golden orbs first, and then you go back, and then you're more likely to do it. That's BS. None of that is real. It's math. Math does not follow your superstition, yet I still have them. So I bought 4 of these, and I pulled. And I ended up with a lot of elite characters. Like a lot. I think it was something like 6 or 7 out of the characters were elite. That was just a blessing from math, right? Now, what happened next were these things. I needed an additional 60. No, actually, I needed an additional 90. So I used my arena credits. I bought 3 of these. Well, I think it was 2 of these and 1 of these. Yeah, it was 2 from there, 1 from there. Now I'm down and I only need 60-ish. It was more like 57 or something. Okay. So that means if I buy 2 of these, I'll be okay. But because I spent my gems previously on this token to get up to that spot in the first place, I did not have enough. At the time, this was like 600 and something, or 360, I think, something like that I needed. And then the next level would have been the 900, something like that, right? Basically just under or just around 1,400 gems I would have needed in order to get these 60 elite frags I wanted. I was upset. Not upset, but I was frantic. I wanted to go ahead and rank up Wonder Woman. In that moment just then, I was looking for the cards. I was looking for anything so I could just buy those epic fragments. Or those elite fragments. No, said George. Go back into 2315 and beat 2315. Why? Because I did already buy the growth fund, which I think is actually a pretty good value. If I beat 2315, which you can see I did here, I get 2,000 gems. With those 2,000 gems, I came back over here to this shop. I bought 2 of these. Once I bought those 2, I was able to go back to my Wonder Woman. And that 2315 is where I was stuck, by the way. And I was able to rank her up. That 2315 was where I have been stuck for the last 2 or 3 days. And I was able to basically finagle the ultimates around until I was able to finally get past it, get those gems, rank her up to rank 8. So the ultimate lesson here is plan carefully and plan accordingly. Don't just dump your resources into Starfire and Penguin and Jessica Cruz, even though that works out for me and I do like those characters. If your focus is on a Wonder Woman, on Green Arrow, on Batman, because now I have a problem with Batman. If this is who you want to develop and work on, wait a day. Truth be told, if I had just waited a day and wasn't so impatient about wanting to have it within the next 5 minutes, I would have been able to do it just fine without even spending the gems, honestly. But I was sitting there about I got to spend money. If you want to spend it, cool. If that's what you want to do, fine. But I took the challenge of the game. I took the challenge from George of being a little bit more free to play. I beat 2315. I got my gems. I ranked up my Wonder Woman. And now the problem we have, because I went back and I pulled because I had some cards and I got my frickin' Batman. And now I have to wait to rank up Batman because I don't have any elite sharks. But I'm happy, and all I have to do is wait a day, not even 12 hours, and I'll be able to rank up my Batman. So, lessons just outside of the beginner's guide that's going to be in the beginner's guide. Hope you found it helpful.